The following is a presentation of Grayson Publishing.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is football time in Texas.
On the Howe Enterprise Sports webcast from HoweEnterprise.com. This is Howe Bulldogs Football. Howe Bulldogs Football, brought to you by Sonic of Howe, Scoggins Funeral Home, Bucksnort Barbecue, Howe Athletic Booster Club, Techway, and Meacham State Farm.
Kiss him goodbye. It is touchdown time in Texas.
Also brought to you by Knight Furniture, Independent Financial, Michelle Castle Guild Mortgage, Star Auto Body, Juan Enciso, Farmers Insurance.
Jalen Thornton looking for another seam. Spins out of another tackle. He is electric.
Also brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings, Baker Air Conditioning and Heating, Hit Exteriors LLC, Polio's Pizza Cafe, GCEC, Goodfellas Barbershop, Rapid Electric, Legends Bank, Core Fits Gym, Pradera Mobile Home Community, Ann's Realty Group, Don's Smokehouse, Quick Check Convenience Stores, Texas Bred Lifestyle, Family Attorney Kimberly Killebrew, Grayson Garage Door.
It's a Haley's Comet for the first time in his career.
Now let's open the Polio's Pizza Tailgate Party and join the voice of the Howe Bulldogs, Bonnie Walker.
A year that has been dominated with injuries. Howe limps into the game with nearly as many in street clothes as shoulder pads. But don't expect Emory Reigns to be sympathetic. The Wildcats lost their senior all-district quarterback a week ago to a concussion, therefore keeping him from displaying his read option skills tonight at Bulldog Stadium. Howe has found an offensive identity and scored early a week ago. They'll need to continue to do that tonight against a good Reigns team. It's Reigns and Howe, and it's football time in Texas.
You're listening to the Polio's Pizza Tailgate Party.
Justin, Bucksnort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is closing in on an all-time record. They have given away 37 free birthday buffets so far this month.
That's where all you have to do is show your proof of age and get a free Bucksnort Barbecue buffet for your birthday. They even include the drink.
Well, from this angle, they'll keep that offer 5 days before or 5 days after your actual birthday.
It's birthday time in Texas.
Oh, geez. Stop saying everything's in Texas.
Well, Bucksnort Barbecue is in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas.
Hello, Howe Bulldogs. This is Coach Joey McQueen, former Bulldogs head coach and athletic director. Vic and I still love the Dogs and ask that you show your support by joining the Howe Athletic Booster Club. Their mission is the same today as it was in the 90s. They support all Howe athletes, girls and boys, middle school and high school. It's only $25 to become a member. From the alumni to the current fans and parents, we ask that you back the Dogs and become a member today. Go visit the Howe Athletic Booster Club on Facebook. Have a great year, Bulldogs.
Hello, Bulldog fans. This is Juan Enciso, your local farmers insurance agent here in Howe. We're here to assist you with your insurance needs, including auto, home, life, business needs, and more. We're vested in the community because we are the only insurance agent in Howe. Our office is at 403 West Hanning Street, or we can be reached by calling 972-382-6121. We're also on the web at farmersagent.com/JEnciso. I have the knowledge and experience to help you better understand your insurance coverage options. Call me, Juan Enciso, at 972-382-6121.
Independent Financial is proud to support Howe ISD and their hardworking students, teachers, and staff. We share your vision for a brighter tomorrow and a championship season. For every challenge, Independent Financial has you covered. Our team can suggest a wide range of financial products to make your personal banking fast and easy. Plus, we have the know-how to deliver the game-changing business banking solutions. Independent Financial, your community in your corner. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to the Polio's Pizza Tailgate Party. Today's Senior Spotlight is brought to you by Ed Meacham State Farm. Now let's join Monty Walker with this week's seniors.
All right, this week we're joined with Dylan Hughes and K9, Kevin Flores. Dylan, let's start with you. When did you move to school here?
I moved to Howe in 7th grade.
What do you remember about moving here? Who'd you hang out with and all that?
I got along with everybody pretty good. Most of the guys. I can't remember who my first friend was, but I got together with everybody pretty good.
Teachers? Where'd you move from, first of all, before we get there?
I moved from Sherman.
What was the difference in schools like?
Sherman was just like very big, and you know, it was a little hectic, and Howe was just a lot smaller and more like relaxed.
What about your teachers here at Howe? What'd you think about them?
I get more one-on-one with the teachers than I did at Sherman, and I like that a lot.
Now, you haven't played football in a while. Decided to play this year. Why?
You know, it's my senior year. I might as well, you know, just get the experience, you know. Never had it before, so, you know, I said, why not?
Now, you're a baseball player. What's the season look like for baseball?
I think it's going to look good. We got a bunch of new talent, a bunch of young kids that got some experience last year, and I think they're going to be ready for this year. I'm going to step up.
What's the best part about being a Howe Bulldog?
You know, it's all the guys, man. They're all good. We all come together as a group, and we have a good time over here.
Favorite teacher right now?
I'd probably have to say Mr. Blum, man. That's my guy.
Now, Winsboro was a ground and pound team. You guys scored in the first half, scored early. How important is it to score early like that?
Oh, it's everything, man. You know, it sets the pace. You know, it just gives you that edge.
So you're home again this week after a bunch of road games. You got Rains. How do you get that win at home?
Like I said, just score early and, you know, maintain the clock, keep it on your side, and, you know, get the ball as much as you can, stay off of defense, and it should be good.
All right, that's Dylan Hughes. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll deal with K9, Kevin Flores.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at mredinsurance.com.
All right, now we're joined with Kevin Flores. I call him K9. Where's the number 9 on his jersey? When'd you move to Howe?
I moved it last year from Madisonville.
So what's the difference between Madisonville and Howe?
Not really much. It's a small town, like population of like 3,000, just a 4A school.
So who were you hanging out with when you first moved here? Was it an easy transition?
It was pretty easy. I think I started with Cameron Langford.
Now you've had COVID issues. You're very popular around Howe because you're the guy who had COVID, and so talk about that. What was it like?
It was pretty painful for like the first week. It was hard. The muscles, it hurt. It was like I had just worked out like a whole week straight. My bones felt brittle, and then I started developing loss of smell and taste.
So you're good now though?
I still can't smell.
Still can't smell?
Yeah, still can't smell.
Wow. Okay. So when did you start playing football?
I started playing last year.
And Coach Jay tells me that you probably should have been kicking for many years, kicking the football many years. You're pretty good.
Yes, but in Madisonville we had like 3 kickers, so it was pretty difficult. So I just stayed to soccer.
What else have you been involved with at Howe High School?
National Honor Society, student council. I did a little bit of track last year, but that was just for fun.
Do you have a favorite teacher?
Yes, Miss Yanni.
Now, as a senior, does Coach Jay emphasize leadership to you guys?
A lot more than any other coach I've ever had.
You're back on the field last week for the first time in a while. How'd that feel?
I was really excited, really hyped up to be back and, get back to kicking.
Now, Rains, back another home game. Talk about that. How do you get the win?
I've been watching film, and they run the ball a lot, so we can stop the run game. I think we should be good.
All right, that is K9, Kevin Flores, and earlier we were joined with Dylan Hughes.
Today's Senior Spotlight is brought to you by Ed Meacham State Farm. You're listening to the Polio's Pizza Tailgate Party.
If you've ever been in an automobile accident, who do you trust for your needed repairs? Star Auto Body is Texoma's most trusted body shop, serving all of Grayson County and surrounding counties since 1992. Star Auto Body is locally owned and operated. Services include major collision repairs with or without insurance claims, minor cosmetic repairs, parts replacement, and refinishing. Choose Star Auto Body and Alignments in Howe, Texas, 903-532-5365. Star Auto Body of Howe, Texas.
This is Michelle Castle with Guild Mortgage, welcoming you to Howe Bulldogs football. Guild has been delivering on the promise of home to hundreds of thousands of people just like you for over 60 years. With a big heart and a desire to serve, we're committed to making life better in our communities. This is where we live, and we're committed to building it with you.
Guild Mortgage is an equal housing lender company, NMLS 3274. Michelle Castle, NMLS number 231122. Branch address 714 North Travis Street, Sherman, Texas 75090. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Terms and conditions apply. Subject to change without notice.
Buying and or selling your next home should be an enjoyable experience. At Ann's Realty Group, our commitment to the personal relationship of the transaction ensures not only the level of communication that you deserve, but also the assurance that we will be here the next time you need us. We're not a big box real estate company by design. The flexibility that the freedom of being an independent brokerage allows us to be fully at your service as you need us to be. Ann's Realty Group, Ann Dicken Broker, for all your real estate needs. 903-818-2676.
Since 2011, Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory has walked with hundreds of families through the most overwhelming time of their lives. Their job is simple: to make this season a little easier. What you can expect is a no-pressure, people-first philosophy, custom services for memorials that you'll remember forever, and reasonable pricing. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins have built a reputation over the past 30 years in the funeral business for making every family feel at home. Visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call 903-482-5225.
You're listening to the Polio's Pizza Tailgate Party. Today's District 5 3A Division I Roundup is brought to you by Grayson Garage Door. Now let's join the blizzard. Blake Burnett with the District 5 3A Division I Roundup.
Welcome to the District Roundup Week 3 of District Play in 3A Division I District 5. Last Friday night we had 4 games. All 4 games were won by 25 plus points. We had Mineola beating Bonham 55-23. Mineola moves to 2-0 in district play and Bonham moves to 0-2. Mount Vernon beating Commerce 45-20. Mount Vernon now moves to 2-0 in district play and Commerce 1-1. Pottsboro beating Rains 63-24. Pottsboro now moves to 2-0 in district play and Rains moves to 0-2. Winsboro beat Howe 56-7. Winsboro now moves to 1-1 in district play, and Howe moves to 0-2. The district standings heading into tonight's games is we have Mineola, Mount Vernon, and Pottsboro all at 2-0. Winsboro and Commerce at 1-1. Rains, Bonham, and Howe at 0-2 in district play. Tonight we do have a real showdown in Mineola traveling to Mount Vernon. This is the top defense in Mineola versus the Art Browse offense in Mount Vernon. I believe that this has the making to be one heck of a game, but I believe that Mineola's defense will make that winning play tonight and end up giving them the win. Commerce will be traveling out to Pottsboro. This game will be fast-paced, but if Pottsboro can get out to an early lead and make Commerce play catch-up, Pottsboro wins this one by 20. Winsboro travels to Bonham. Winsboro's ground and pound attack will be too much for the Warriors tonight. Winsboro by a lot. Rains will travel to Howe. Both teams coming off disappointing starts here in district play. Both teams need that win to get them moving in the right direction. Very high scoring contest. The team that makes the big defensive play wins this game. Hopefully tonight we have a lot of good action in all 4 games, and we hope that none of the players get hurt, and we hope to have a great night of football.
Today's District 5 3A Division I Roundup is brought to you by Grayson Garage Door.
Grayson Garage Door. Call them at 903-815-9976 and let them know you heard about them from Howe Football for 20% off your service.
You're listening to the Polio's Pizza Tailgate Party.
Are you motivated?
Coach, we're highly motivated for Sonic.
What?
Coach, you know we're rough and tough, but sometimes we just need a burger, tots, and a shake.
Oh my goodness. Well, if you're going to Sonic and Howe, pick me up some of those handmade onion rings.
Yes, sir. Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles.
It's not just good.
It's Sonic good.
Whoa, those onion rings really bring the hammer down.
Cooler heads prevail in football, and for over 50 years, Baker Air Conditioning and Heating have been keeping the Bulldogs cooled off. Not too many have reached 50 years in Howe, but Baker Air Conditioning and Heating have been at 215 North Denny Street since Richard Nixon was president. But there's nothing tricky about Baker Air Conditioning and Heating. They have a great reputation by servicing all brands. If the heat gets to you, call them at 903-532-6255.
Corefit Gym on Haining Street in Howe has a lot of new things to offer. Did you know they have an Iron Mike batting cage for baseball and softball lessons with on-site instructors? They also have a brand new stand-up tanning bed. Corefit Gym has 4 personal trainers available and features sports performance programs for athletes. At Corefit Gym, memberships are only $40 for the entire family or $30 per individual. Corefit Gym is on Facebook and located at 300 Haining Street in Howe. Call them at 469-371-0603.
Who, why, and how? Who are we? We're Pradera Mobile Home Community. Why live in Pradera? Because of Howe. Howe, Texas, that is. Howe is a small community with an outstanding school district and close proximity to all amenities you need. Pradera Mobile Home Community is tucked away between Highway 75 and Highway 5 near Bulldog Stadium. Our residents love that our community is so clean. They also love their 2 parks and their swimming pool. Pradera Mobile Home Community, 903-532-0014.
Welcome to the Buffalo Wild Wings Coach's Corner. Now let's join Monty Walker with Howe Bulldogs head coach Bill Jalen.
Coach, last week had a great start to the football game, deadlocked at 7 after the first quarter. Offense looked great, 12-play drive. Talk about your offense.
We made some changes to the offense, went more to a double tight, 2-back, high formation, kind of the 3 yards and a cloud of dust mentality. We knew we could do that with the defense they were going to give us up front. They were going to leave some gaps up there for us to attack. We did an outstanding job the first drive, driving it downfield, eating up clock like our game plan was established for. Score a touchdown right off the bat, first drive. And I gained the confidence of the kids. The excitement level was really high in the first quarter. I honestly believe that, we would have more momentum going into the second quarter and even the second half. I know the turnover in the second drive kind of hurt us a little bit because that gave us gave them short field position. But a lot of positives from last week, really were a lot of positives. I think we kind of found an identity for the kids that fits their mentality, fits what they can do a little bit, because every week we're kind of shuffling around pieces of the puzzle. But very, very excited about what we did offensively. This is a new week. We're going to stick with the same mentality, but we do have to make some adjustments based off of what Emory Reigns is going to be doing.
The 12-play drive took almost 6 minutes off the clock, and that really helps your defense out too. Defense played well. Defense did play well. We're, that offense is hard to defend. They're just so misdirectional and everything else. Kind of caught us off guard. Kind of think we threw them for a wrinkle. Sweep was a big play for them, and we kind of took sweep off the table. For them, it wasn't as effective as it was in the previous games when you watched them on film. So we were very excited about that with our defense. Take care of the inside box, and if you notice, Winsboro ended up going more spread at times because we were taking care of some things on the inside the tackles. But defense is making strides. Kids are getting proven each week, and kids scraping and moving to the ball a lot faster, and that's all we can ask them to do. Now, you faced a wide-open offense against Pottsboro and then go to more of a wing T, slot T type hybrid look last week, and now a read option, so you got 3 totally different looks. How do you do that in just a week's time to practice? It's hard. It is. It's tough. That's why, we stay in our base system as much as possible as we can, so that way we're not reinventing the wheel each week, because when you're reinventing the wheel each week, the kids' minds just start spinning and going all over the place. So we try to base everything we do defensively out of our base system just so it's not confusing for the kids, and that helps us. But it is hard when you go from a team that's going to run the ball to a team that's going to throw the ball. And that's kind of what happened to us throughout the year. We went from Bells, who was ground and pound, to Sanger, who was throwing it, then Pottsboro was throwing it, then we go to the wing T, slot T look, and now we're back to playing a more wide-open team. But, it's just keeping the kids prepared, keeping them in the base system, not mixing it up on them, and just keeping them flying as fast as we can. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout on the Buffalo Wild Wings Coach's Corner.
Get to B-Dubs on Thursdays for buy one, get one free boneless wings. Or as we like to say, 100% more wings. That's right. When you buy boneless wings on Thursdays, you get the same amount of wings for $0.00. Basically, the second order is 100% off. So get here for buy one, get one free boneless wings on Boneless Thursdays. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar! Buy one, get one of equal value free. Dine in at participating locations. Takeout is limited and may vary by location. Size exclusions may apply while supplies last. Limit one offer per customer. Not valid with any other coupon.
All right, Coach, we bragged last week about Jackson Adkins. What a great kid he is, and there was an ejection at the end of the game. Last kid you would think that would ever get ejected from a game. What happened there?
Well, honestly, Jackson played an outstanding game on the defensive side of the ball last week. When they came over to me and said it was Jackson, I was just in shock because that's not that kid's MO. That's not that kid's personality or the way he plays the game. I reviewed the film. I do not feel that it warranted any type of flag or anything whatsoever. I appealed it to the officials, but the officials said they were upholding it. I don't harp Jackson Atkins. He didn't do anything wrong. I feel sorry for him because he's missing 2 quarters of his senior year because, the easiest way to say it, an official made a bad judgment call. That's all it was, plain and simple. He didn't do anything wrong to warrant the ejection, and it is what it is. But we teach our kids, rules are rules, and if that happened, we got to abide by the rules of the UIL, and we're going to abide by it. And Jackson's going to be eager and ready to go right in and when the second half starts. We've been still repping him just like he was playing because we know he's going to get back in there as soon as possible. But again, just a bad judgment call by an official, but life isn't always fair.
Right. More injuries. Speaking of not fair, there's going to be almost as many kids in street clothes as shoulder pads. Talk about that.
Yeah, we'll probably have anywhere from 8 to 10 on the sideline and injuries. Some of them are injuries that happened early in the year that we're still, waiting for those kids to come back. We had a couple kids that went out this week due to some injuries. That it's just the nature of the beast. Losing Carson Daniels for 3 weeks is going to hurt a little bit, but he needs to take care of that issue and get healthy as fast as possible. Losing Colby Taylor this week to a foot injury will hurt, but he'll be back next week. And then got some other kids that are just minor injuries, knee injuries here and there that, aren't long-term injuries, but they just do need some time to heal. And it's, when you're playing, we are pretty much playing Ironman football, everybody going both ways. And, when you're doing that, injuries will happen.
So Randy Barnes runs that read option. They run it well over at Raines. What do you do to stop that?
The system they run is very good for them, and we're going to do the same things we've done in the past, but we're changing it up. You never do the same game plan against the same team 2 years in a row. So one of the things I did is I went back and watched the film from last year and said, okay, we did this to him last year. We're going to make these changes to try to stop it this year. We got to play aggressive. We do. We're going to bring some pressure. And that's one thing that I've noticed the last couple of weeks with our defense is our kids are better when they're flying 100 miles an hour, bringing pressure, than they are sitting and reading right now. So we're going to bring pressure. We're going to put people in their face and do the best things we can to take them off what they like to do off the table. They're a good team. They really are a good team.
Offensively, is there anything on film that you think that you can attack of their defense?
Yeah, we definitely think that we can do some things to attack them. I mean, this is going to be my 3rd time going against their DC, and I go back and watch the film from the past and say, what did he do to us last year? What is he going to do to us this year? And he is known to blitz a ton. So we're going to hopefully take advantage of their blitzing game. May take some of our inside run game off the table because they are going to bring those 2 inside backers a lot, but we'll attack the edge. We're going to try to attack the edge on the passing game a little more and stuff like that. But, again, we want to stay with the identity that we established last week and try to just keep pounding that in our kids to keep executing it every week.
Today's Coach's Corner has been brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. You're listening to the Polio's Pizza Tailgate Party.
Get to B-Dubs on Thursdays for buy one, get one free boneless wings. Or as we like to say, 100% more wings. That's right. When you buy boneless wings on Thursdays, you get the same amount of wings for $0.00. Basically, the second order is 100% off. So get here for buy one, get one free boneless wings on Boneless Thursdays. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar! Buy one, get one of equal value free. Dine in at participating locations. Takeout is limited and may vary by location. Size exclusions may apply while supplies last. Limit one offer per customer. Not valid with any other coupon.
At Grayson Cullen Electric Cooperative, GCEC, we have been around for over 80 years and are governed by 7 principles: open and voluntary membership, democratic member control, members' economic participation, autonomy and independence, education, training, and information, cooperation among cooperatives, and concern for community. One of our communities is Howe, Texas, and GCEC is proud to support the Howe Bulldogs.
This is Coach Jim Fry, former Bulldog head coach and athletic director. Connie and I still love the Dogs and ask that you show your support by joining the Howe Athletic Booster Club. Their mission is the same today as it was in the 80s. They supported all Howe athletes, girls and boys, middle school and high school. From the alumni to the current fans and parents, we ask you to back the Dogs and to become a member today.
This is Coach Jay. Visit Howe Athletic Booster Club on Facebook. Bulldog pride never dies.
Justin, Bucksnort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is closing in on an all-time record. They have given away 37 free birthday buffets so far this month.
That's where all you have to do is show your proof of age and get a free Bucksnort Barbecue buffet for your birthday. They even include the drink.
Well, from this angle, they'll keep that offer 5 days before or 5 days after your actual birthday.
It's birthday time in Texas.
Oh, geez. Stop saying everything's in Texas.
Well, Bucksnort Barbecue is in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas.
You're listening to the Polio's Pizza Tailgate Party. Today's Opposite Corner is brought to you by Texas Bred Lifestyle. Now let's join Monty Walker in the Opposite Corner.
All right, now we're joined with Randy Barnes, the head coach at Rains. It's your 25th year as a head coach in football. How much has the game changed? I know you're running read option. I don't imagine you did that 25 years ago.
No, I sure wasn't, Monty. We were, for most of my career as a coach, which I think this is 39 or 40, we ran the wing bone, which was a combination of the wishbone and the wing tee that Coach Childers had developed at North Mesquite. So up until I went to Tyler Lee in 2013, I hadn't been around it much, but I fell in love with it there because it's still the triple option. You know, you're still reading the first man outside the tackle. You're still, you know, instead of pitching it backwards, you're throwing it downfield. And even my wishbone buddies who initially kicked me out of the wishbone club, they're starting to let me back in now. But hey, it's fast. I think it's more fun. And I'm one of the guys that, I'm never going to change. Well, that's just not true. I mean, you know, you got to get kids excited. And if you can have all those kids at receiver and you know, you can just spread that football around. Kids like to have fun.
Now, you've been the director of the Texas High School Coaches Association. What went into that?
That was the biggest honor and the best learning experience I'd ever had. So Region 3, which is our region, goes from Fort Worth all the way to Texarkana, so it's a pretty big region. So to get elected to do that with all these other coaches that are around Dallas was really cool. And then I just learned so much about everything that our association does, about the lobbying. You know, we have to constantly be in the, you know, down at the legislature, making sure they don't cut the athletic period and things like that. But it's amazing all the things that THSCA does for coaches, and it just keeps getting better. I mean, Joe Martin and Glenn West right now are running the show. When I got into it, it was Eddie Walski and Eddie Joseph, bless Coach Joseph's soul.
All right, Coach, you're seeking your 140th win. Is there one that stands out as your favorite?
By district game or regional, I don't know, area game, my first year as a head coach at Crandall, we're rocking along there, and we go 11-0. And we got 15 sophomores starting, and then we had to face a really tough China Springs team down in Groesbeck and pulled it out in the last 2 minutes of the game. And that was just that's when I knew that our system was really working. Everything just really fell together, that I knew we could play on a pretty high level from that point on. Just the way our kids took to it and took to our coaching staff. So we didn't even get in there till May. So you can imagine my head got really big. You know, that first year as a head coach. But that game it was just, we didn't have any penalties, no turnovers, nothing. And that's how we won, and that kind of sold the program for the rest of my time there at Crandall.
Well, realignment came out last February. What were your initial thoughts? I think everybody else were scratching their head a little bit. What were you doing over in Raines?
Well, I mean, it kind of turned out the way that we thought it was. I mean, it's definitely a tough district, but that's okay. We got the kids, and we've worked hard with this year to get this junior and senior class together. And we feel like that anytime we go out, we can win. We just got really beat up after Mount Vernon, and then we had three linemen out, and we played Pottsboro real well the first quarter. It was 21-21, and then we lost another lineman, and then our quarterback got a concussion before halftime, and that kind of just took the sails out of us. Yeah. We were playing really well up to that time. So anyway, I don't know how I segued into that, but I did.
What's your philosophy on building a great program?
Life's about relationships, so you immediately have to begin building those great relationships with your players and making sure you're building that trust and hire like-minded coaches that believe that, we're going to be very firm, but we're going to love our kids. And when you tell a kid you love him, you better be ready to help him if he needs you. So that's the key to me. And when all you get that trust factor going, coaches, kids, that's when great things happen.
Well, tell us about Raines and the type of kids you have over there.
Well, we've got a really good group. These kids we got this year, like I said, we've been looking at getting this junior and senior bunch together for a long time. We're really explosive on offensively. Luke Shepard at quarterback, Songer at running back, Audie Macri at a slot, Drake Hurley at a slot, and then Bo Schellinger and then another receiver, Andrew Balthup. Those guys can all score, and they're all deadly. So it's really fun to watch. It's on defense. We didn't give up a second half touchdown the first 3 games of the year, but our defense played tremendous against Mount Vernon because that night we had 9 turnovers. That's a whole other story. Wow. We don't have time to talk about 9 turnovers, but it still makes me sick to my stomach. But anyway, our defense kept us in that ball game with 9 turnovers. We were within 10 points, maybe 7, with 11:48 to go in the fourth quarter. So really proud of the way we hung in there. Like I said, we were down some starters against Pottsboro, and Pottsboro's got a really fine team, and so we just couldn't hang in there after we got beat up a little bit. But defensively, James Hinch, tremendous linebacker, Donnie Throneberry, defensive end, Daniel Mendez at offensive tackle and nose guard is really one of the best linemen I've had here. So we got some kids to go with it. We just need to get healthy and execute.
The Opposite Corner is brought to you by Texas Bred Lifestyle. Show that you are Bulldog bred with one of our Howe Bulldog Bred custom hats. Visit Texas Bred Lifestyle on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
You're listening to the Polio's Pizza Tailgate Party.
Hello, Bulldog fans. This is Juan Enciso, your local farmer's insurance agent here in Howe. We're here to assist you with your insurance needs, including auto, home, life, business needs, and more. We're rested in the community because we are the only insurance agent in Howe. Our office is at 403 West Hanning Street, or we can be reached by calling 972-382-6121. We're also on the web at farmersagent.com/JEnciso. I have the knowledge and experience to help you better understand your insurance coverage options. Call me, Juan Enciso, at 972-382-6121.
Independent Financial is proud to support Howe ISD and their hardworking students, teachers, and staff. We share your vision for a brighter tomorrow and a championship season. For every challenge, Independent Financial has you covered. Our team can suggest a wide range of financial products to make your personal banking fast and easy. Plus, we have the know-how to deliver the game-changing business banking solutions. Independent Financial, your community in your corner. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If you've ever been in an automobile accident, who do you trust for your needed repairs? Star Auto Body is Texoma's most trusted body shop, serving all of Grayson County and surrounding counties since 1992. Star Auto Body is locally owned and operated. Services include major collision repairs with or without insurance claims, minor cosmetic repairs, parts replacement, and refinishing. Choose Star Auto Body and Alignments in Howe, Texas, 903-532-5365. Star Auto Body of Howe, Texas.
This is Michelle Castle with Guild Mortgage, welcoming you to Howe Bulldogs football. Guild has been delivering on the promise of home to hundreds of thousands of people just like you for over 60 years. With a big heart and a desire to serve, we're committed to making life better in our communities. This is where we live, and we're committed to building it with you.
Guild Mortgage is an equal housing lender company, NMLS 3274. Michelle Castle, NMLS number 231122. Branch address 714 North Travis Street, Sherman, Texas 75090. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Terms and conditions apply. Subject to change without notice.
You're listening to the Polio's Pizza Tailgate Party. Today's Howe Bulldogs Flux Capacitor is brought to you by Quick Check Convenience Stores. Now let's join Monty Walker with the Howe Bulldogs Flux Capacitor.
The Howe Bulldogs are 5-4-1 on games played on October the 9th. Howe's first ever Friday Night Lights game was played on this date back in 1936. The game ended in a 0-0 tie in Denton against the Denton Teachers Demonstration School. The first win on this date came back in 1958 with a 28-0 win over Collinsville, thanks to touchdowns by Jimmy and Ronnie Bearden. In 1964, Howe lost to Van Alstyne 40-2. In 1970, beat Community 42-12, and lost to Pottsboro 33-8 in 1981. Howe beat Whitewright 48-0 in 1987 on this date, and lost to Salina 50-7 in 1992. The 1998 Howe Bulldogs beat Van Alstyne 41-13, and Howe lost at Bells in 2009. The last time Howe played a game on October 9th, this happened.
And Howe has defeated Gunner and snapped an 11-game losing streak and have won at Bulldog Stadium against Gunner for the first time in 19 years.
Howe became the front-runners that night 5 years ago when Jaden Matthews scored on a 62-yard run to give Howe the third touchdown, which was good enough for the 21-19 win. This is the third ever meeting between Howe and Rains, and the Wildcats have won both matchups in the last 2 years. The Dogs lost 41-7 in 2018 at Rains and 55-28 a year ago at Bulldog Stadium. Tonight's game will be the first game that Howe has not faced quarterback Luke Shepard. This week's Howe Bulldogs Flux Capacitor is brought to you by Quick Check Convenience Stores, moving small towns forward. Family owned and operated in North Texas since 1977.
You're listening to the Polio's Pizza Tailgate Party.
Buying and or selling your next home should be an enjoyable experience. At Ann's Realty Group, our commitment to the personal relationship of the transaction ensures not only the level of communication that you deserve, but also the assurance that we will be here the next time you need us. We're not a big box real estate company by design. The flexibility that the freedom of being an independent brokerage allows us to be fully at your service as you need us to be. Ann's Realty Group, Ann Dick and Broker for all your real estate needs. 903-818-2676.
Since 2011, Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory has walked with hundreds of families through the most overwhelming time of their lives. Their job is simple: to make this season a little easier. What you can expect is a no-pressure, people-first philosophy, custom services for memorials that you'll remember forever, and reasonable pricing. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins have built a reputation over the past 30 years in the funeral business for making every family feel at home. Visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call 903-482-5225.
Are you motivated?
Coach, we're highly motivated for Sonic.
What?
Coach, you know we're rough and tough, but sometimes we just need a burger, tots, and a shake.
Oh my goodness. Well, if you're going to Sonic and Howe, pick me up some of those handmade onion rings.
Yes, sir. Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles.
It's not just good.
It's Sonic good.
Whoa. Those onion rings really bring the hammer down.
Cooler heads prevail in football, and for over 50 years, Baker Air Conditioning and Heating have been keeping the Bulldogs cooled off. Not too many have reached 50 years in Howe, but Baker Air Conditioning and Heating have been at 215 North Denny Street since Richard Nixon was president. But there's nothing tricky about Baker Air Conditioning and Heating. They have a great reputation by servicing all brands. If the heat gets to you, call them at 903-532-6255.
On the Howe Enterprise Sports webcast from HoweEnterprise.com. This is Howe Bulldogs football. Today's scene setter is brought to you by Baker Air Conditioning and Heating, proud partner of Bulldogs Athletics.
Two choices: stay down or keep fighting. It's that simple. Stay down or turn on the Friday night lights in the oldest stadium in North Texas and make a statement.
Haley under center. He's going to try to sneak it in himself. Surges forward, and it is touchdown time in Texas.
Stand on the rock of determination and chisel deep into the mountain of Bulldog pride that the program is bedrocked in.
They just went ahead and got behind the big guys and just pushed his way forward.
Two choices. Stay down or keep fighting. Which will it be? We're about to find out.
Jones, who makes a couple of people miss. He's quick. Look out, first down. Scramble out to the right. Finds a seam. Towards the edge on the far side. Austin Haley punches it in.
It's the Howe Bulldogs and the Rains Wildcats. Here we go. Live from the Dog Pound. This is Bulldogs football.
Today's Scene Setter is brought to you by Baker Air Conditioning and Heating, proud partner of Bulldogs Athletics. You're listening to the Polio's Pizza Tailgate Party on the Howe Enterprise Sports webcast from HoweEnterprise.com. This is Howe Bulldogs football. Football time in Texas is just moments away. Now, with the call of the game, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Monty Walker.
Well, good evening, everyone. We are at Bulldog Stadium. Glad to be here. Tell you what, there's a team that had to cancel in the district today, and Commerce had to cancel or forfeit actually to Pottsboro. So these days, we're just glad to be on the air and be able to watch football here.
Yeah, each week seems to be just kind of a wait and see approach here sometimes, and if you follow social media, you see a lot of games canceled throughout the area, throughout the district, and District 5 got their first game canceled this week, unfortunately.
So the Howe Bulldogs and the Emory Rains Wildcats will face off tonight in a District 3A Division 1 matchup here, and Rains comes in looking for a win. They are a very good football team, but are 0-2 so far in district play. They will be without Luke Shepard tonight, their all-world quarterback. Last year against Howe, he rushed for 4 touchdowns on 125 yards and passed for a touchdown with another 105 yards through the air. It's his senior year. This is the group they've been waiting for. They are really good on offense. They average 554 yards of offense per game, and they already have Pottsboro and Mount Vernon in the rearview mirror. So they can go up and down the field very quickly, but they'll be without their quarterback tonight. He had a concussion a week ago, so he will not suit up. In his place will be Audie Macri, as he will be the quarterback tonight. He's a 5'10", 178-pound junior, and we'll see if what kind of difference Macri can make with Shepard out. That's going to be a key part of this football game.
Yeah, I don't know if we're moving into the opponent's overview here, but I was kind of thinking about that with Luke Shepard out tonight, that that maybe kind of levels the playing field a little bit here for both teams. Having the best team out, we wish him well and hope he can able to come back, but it'll be interesting to see how the Bulldogs adjust and how the Wildcats adjust with having Macri in at quarterback.
Let's go over the starting lineup if we can. So why don't we go ahead and start off with Rains? How about that, Justin?
We go Rains offense, or doesn't matter?
You pick.
I'll go with the Rains offense. We'll start on the offensive line for the Wildcats. They come in. Their left tackle is Trevor Kuhn. Left guard is Daniel Mendez. Center is Kyle Gaddis. At the right guard is Gustavo Rodriguez. And at right tackle is Philip Kleinmeyer. Receivers are Andrew Balthrop. Slot receiver Drake Hurley. Tight end is Bo Schellinger. Hope I'm saying that right. Fullback is Mason Songer. Halfback is KJ Burns. And then at quarterback, we talked about earlier, Audie Macri.
So at fullback, Mason Songer a year ago against Howe had 16 carries for 149 yards and 2 touchdowns. So just because Shepard's out doesn't mean that all their pieces are out, because Songer is a really good football player. So let's go over the Howe defense, trying to stop that offense of Rains. Up front will be Andrew Bertrand, Jaron Grisham, and Brantley Flynn. Those are the 3 down linemen with the 3 linebackers of Cooper Jones, Braden Wise, and Seth Key. The joker is Damian Wilson, as there's a lot of injuries tonight. And the cornerbacks are Caleb Warmond and Wesley Inge, and the safeties are Jordan Jones and Matt Hayes tonight. That's your Howe Bulldogs defense and your hit exterior starting lineup as we continue.
All right, let's go to the Range Wildcats defense. They run a 4-3 defense. On their defensive line is Donovan Thornberry, Daniel Mendez at nose tackle. The defensive tackle is Trevor Kuhn, and the linebacker is Logan Green on the defensive line. Linebackers are Mason Songer, James Hinch, and Bobby Bell at linebackers. I'm sorry, Bobby Dell, not Bobby Bell.
That sounds like a 50s singer, Bobby Dell.
Bobby Dell. Now introducing Bobby Dell.
The doo-wop. Doo-wop by Bobby Dell.
In the secondary, at cornerback is Corey Foster and Andrew Balthrop. And at safeties is K.J. Burns and Drake Hurley.
So for Howe, on offense tonight, the Bulldogs will send up Jaron Grisham at left tackle, Jonathan Meneses at left guard. Seth Key will have to start at center because Jackson Adkins is ineligible for the first half tonight. We'll talk about that later. Caleb Hicks will start at right guard. He's a sophomore. And Brantley Flynn, the right tackle, he's a senior. The tight end tonight, Braden Wise, who moves from a guard to tight end. He also switches numbers from 51 to 85. The wide receiver split out is Ryan Huff. He's a sophomore. He's caught 2 passes for 90 yards and a touchdown this year. The slot receiver is Ethan Lopez. He's rushed for 10 carries, 25 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he's caught 5 balls for 35 yards. The fullback tonight will be freshman Cooper Jones, as Carson Daniels is out tonight. So Jones will get the start. He's got 3 carries on the year for 12 yards. We'll see what the freshman can do. At halfback will be Jordan Jones. He's got 16 carries for 54 yards. He's a senior. So again, Jalen Thornton is still out with a high ankle sprain. He has 19 carries for 72 yards, and Carson Daniels is out, and he leads the team in rushing with 28 carries and 111 yards on the season. And that's your hit exterior starting lineup. So the opponent overview, Justin White will let you do that. It's sponsored by attorney Micah Belden.
Well, we'll start with the defense. We talked about how they've been kind of waiting for this class to come up. That defense has 8 seniors on that starting lineup in their defense. So they have a lot of leadership, a lot of experience on that side of the ball. Offensively, they run kind of a read pass, RPO, buzzword you'll hear a lot, read option type of offense. Throw a couple of stats at you, Monty. 74% of their offense is running the ball. 49% of that comes from Luke Shepard running and passing the ball. So literally half of their offensive production is going to be in street close tonight. So, like I said, you got Audie Macri coming in. We don't know a lot about him. He may can throw it. He may be just as good as Shepard, but we'll see here. And then, of course, you bring in coaching. You bring in Randy Barnes. He's been coaching a while, brings a wealth of experience. Got a chance to talk to him today, him early this week. And so yeah, there's Range Wildcats 3-2 on the season, trying to find their first win this district year.
Yeah, tacking on to that, Randy Barnes is his 25th year as a head coach and athletic director. He was a former Tyler Lee assistant, but was at Crandall forever from 1991 to 2004. At Raines, he's got a record of 16-25, but this is the year they've been waiting on. His overall record is 139, 102-1 with 16 playoff trips. He's coached the THSCA All-Star Game in 1987 and the Oil Bowl Classic in 1984. He is a long in the tooth in the coaching range here in Raines, Texas, and all over North Texas. So that was your opponent overview, sponsored by attorney Micah Belden. When you want to outmatch your opponent, call attorney Micah Belden at 903-744-4252, extension 2. The Howe Bulldogs overview tonight, they're going to have to run the football, burn the clock, sustain drives. You know, they were very impressive a week ago in quarter number 1, putting together the 12-play drive that took almost six minutes off the clock, punched it in, and had it not been for a turnover, it could have very well been tied at the half with a very good Winsboro team. So if you can duplicate that type of performance offensively, it helps your defense as well. It keeps, obviously the offense, the high-flying offense of Raines off the field, if the Bulldogs can sustain those drives. So, but it's going to be a challenge. There's a lot of injuries. A lot of kids are missing in street clothes tonight, as we talked about. So that is your Howe Bulldogs overview. It's brought to you by Goodfellas Barbershop in downtown Howe, specializing in all cuts and styles and straight razor shaves. Experience the old school feel at Goodfellas Barbershop in downtown Howe. Our final thought tonight, Justin, I'll start with you, Justin White, and let you go over right before we kick off here your final thought.
I think with the Bulldogs tonight, I think you try to let you don't let the running game beat you here. You try to make Audie Macri try to throw the ball and see what his arm is like. Don't let Mason Songer, don't let Drake Hurley, don't let those guys get comfortable with the run, and the offensive line start getting a good push.
So for the first time tonight, the Blizzard will give us his final thought before the game.
Don't let a turnover define the game tonight. Play hard every play and get out there and get multiple great drives going for the Bulldogs. We'll keep them in this game. And the read option, you got to put a stop to that early for Emory.
So Caroline Slauson will say hello for the first time tonight to Caroline. Your
Hello.
Your final thought, and is this going to come from Clay Wilson?
No, it's my own. It is my own.
Right.
No, but it's just kind of like Blizzard said just now, and don't let one bad play define this game. Like you said, Monty, in the intro, are we going to lay down or are we going to keep up and fighting? We just got to keep fighting. What's in the past is in the past, and let's look to the future.
Absolutely. That's your final thought, and that is brought to you by Rapid Electric. Rapid Electric, don't get shocked. Call them at 903-421-8100. When we come back, we'll almost be ready for the Tech Wave kickoff. We're going to take a quick one, and we'll be right back right after this. Justin, Bucksnort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is closing in on an all-time record. They have given away 37 free birthday buffets so far this month.
That's where all you have to do is show your proof of age and get a free Bucksnort barbecue buffet for your birthday. They even include the drink.
Well, from this angle, they'll keep that offer 5 days before or 5 days after your actual birthday.
It's birthday time in Texas.
Oh, geez. Stop saying everything's in Texas.
Well, Bucksnort Barbecue is in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas.
Hello, Howe Bulldogs. This is Coach Joey McQueen, former Bulldogs head coach and athletic director. Vicky and I still love the Dogs and ask that you show your support by joining the Howe Athletic Booster Club. Their mission is the same today as it was in the 90s. They support all Howe athletes, girls and boys, middle school and high school. It's only $25 to become a member. From the alumni to the current fans and parents, we ask that you back the Dogs and become a member today. Go visit the Howe Athletic Booster Club on Facebook. Have a great year, Bulldogs.
Well, it's almost football time in Texas. Let's check down with our sideline reporter, our night furniture sideline report, Caroline Slauson. Tell us about the weather tonight. I think it's a little bit nicer than normal.
A little bit nicer than normal. We have this cloud coverage, and I keep asking, is it supposed to rain? Is it supposed to rain? I've asked several people, and like I saw on my weather app, 10% chance. So even though it looks a little ominous, I think we're good for no rain, and it does feel good out here.
It looks... You know, we were stepping outside a moment ago. It's going to be very nice tonight. The Bulldogs just about ready. I think they're in the tunnel. The Rains Wildcats are stretching. Their tunnel is on the near side. That's not normal. Usually the visitors are on the far side. But here come the Howe Bulldogs. Are they just walking? What are they doing? Are they walking out? Jordan Jones and Austin Haley just kind of nodded at each other. And now they got some kind of thing going, and here come the Bulldogs. What was that about?
Getting them hyped up before they make the run out.
They looked at each other,
guess.
nodded each other, and nodded at each other, and here come the Bulldogs right through the tunnel. So a little drama. Maybe they should be in the one-act play there, Austin Haley and Jordan Jones. So they'll come down here now and quick prayer for the Bulldogs as Rains is in their tunnel, and they're just about ready to come out, I believe. Howe is in all black tonight, typical home unis. Black helmets, black jerseys, black pants, trimmed in gray with white numbers. Very good look for the Bulldogs. And the Rains Wildcats go through their tunnel, and they have royal blue pants, royal blue helmets, and royal blue numbers with white jerseys. So it shouldn't be too difficult for us to see tonight. Very good look for the Rains Wildcats on the far side. So the Bulldogs just about ready for the coin toss, and it looks like it's going to be Braden Wise apparently, who's going to go out for the coin toss for the Howe Bulldogs. Not sure if our sideline extraordinaire is going to be able to go into the coin toss tonight. They've been kind of allowing that some weeks and not allowing it on others. So tonight what we have is our color analyst, Justin White, our spotter and engineer is Carson Grogan. Our statistician is Blake Burnett, the Blizzard. And we have Jake Roberts running highlights. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Monty Walker, and we're just about ready for football time in Texas. The Howe Bulldogs walk out about halfway, and it is Braden Wise meeting up with
Mason Songer.
I think that's Mason Songer, their running back.
Looks like they're going to let Caroline in there, I think.
And let's see if we can get Caroline potted up.
And we'll start all again. Ready? All right, gentlemen, shake hands. Or bump fists. There we go. You're the visiting team. You're going to make the call. I'm going to flip this coin. It's got Mr. Eisenhower.
Mason Songer is going to make the call.
On one side, that's heads. Tails is the eagle. Any questions on the coin?
No, sir.
You're the visiting team. What's your call?
Tails.
What did he say?
Mason Songer calls
Tails is the call. I'm going to let it hit the ground. We'll see what we've got. Hal, you have won the toss. What would you like to do?
Hal's won the toss.
Receive.
And they are going to receive. So that is your coin toss right in the middle of the field. Nice job by Braden Wise. Hey, you win the coin toss, right? Hey, that's a good start, right?
Yeah, win something there. That's good.
So they'll bump fist and head back to the sideline, and it's just about kickoff time. We are going to have the national anthem and see how this one can start out. The flag is up. Now, a few weeks ago, we had a little problem with the flag. It wasn't raised until after the national anthem, but they're ready to go. They've got this one stretched out, and they're ready to roll it right on up the flagpole. Here's the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, it's football time in Texas. Our officials tonight are out of the Dallas chapter. The referee is Paul Funderburg. The umpire is David Cunningham. The back judge is Jesse Ramon. And the line judge is Greg Moody. The Howe Bulldogs head coach Bill Jailing was not happy with last week's crew after the ejection of Jackson Adkins. He thought they, did a pretty good job, but I don't think he ended up grading them very well when it came that time after the appeal. So anyway, maybe the officiating will be a little bit better in Bill Jailing's eyes tonight.
Yeah, he reviewed that unsportsmanlike conduct against Jackson. Just flat out disagreed with the call and disagreed with the appeal. And unfortunately, you won't have Atkins for the first half.
So we're ready for the Tech Wave kickoff. Jordan Jones will be back deep to receive, and Balthrop will kick this one towards the concession stand. So Howe will be moving left to right from north to south here at Bulldog Stadium, the oldest stadium in North Texas, opened in 1935. There are no other active stadiums older anywhere in North Texas. And Balthrop looks like he's going to kick an onside kick. The Tech Wave kickoff is a pooch kick to the right side. Fair catch called for by Ethan Lopez, and he makes the catch at the 30-yard line. And Howe will start moving left to right from their own 30.
Well, let's see offensively what they come out with, if they'll do that I formation double tight ends that we saw a little bit last week, or for most of the game last week, and hopefully maybe a second week of preparing for that. maybe can be a little bit more successful.
You know, it was very successful last week. Jordan Jones looked very good running the football, a lot of quickness. That's what they need. They need quickness. And it'll be Cooper Jones in the backfield along with Jordan Jones. So it's double Jones tonight in the backfield. Austin Haley will go under center and split out two wide receivers to the right side, which are Lopez and Huff. This is going to be a toss to the right side. Jordan Jones turns the corner, 30 and out of bounds after a pretty nice gain of about 5 or 6 yards to the 35-yard line.
I like that call. Get Jordan Jones in space, get him out there on the outside, see if he can turn the corner, and he was able to do so. Get out about for a 5-yard gain there.
So it's 2nd down and 5 coming up for Howe. You'd like to see that sustained drive to open this game and take about 6 minutes off the clock here or more. Haley will go back in the gun here on 2nd down and 5. Jones to his right, and Jones is going to get the carry. He cuts it up the middle and surges and falls forward to the 39-yard line, just shy of a first down.
Jones once again
Good play there good play call by the Bulldogs. They overload that left side. Looked like he may have tried to go left and cut back. Found a hole, found a little bit of a seam, and puts him in a 3rd and short situation here.
I thought he got a bad spot right there. I thought he got the 39, but they gave him the 38.
Should give him an extra yard there.
So it's 3rd and a couple, and Haley's going to try to sneak it through. He stopped at the 39-yard line. Did not get close. They're at least a yard short. And it's going to be 4th down. And do you already start gambling? With Blackjack Jailing, does he already pull the cards out? It's going to be 4th and 1.
I don't know. It may be just a little early, but I know Cooper Jones is the punter, and he's already in the lineup, so looks like they're getting the call on whether or not they're going to do that.
And Coach Jay is going out there to talk to his quarterback, and he tells him something. And Austin Haley goes to the huddle. 4th and 1. Here you go. Already a big test by Blackjack Jailing. Ethan Lopez split out to the left, Huff down to the right. This is going to be a handoff, first man through, and surging and getting the first down, I believe, is the fullback, Cooper Jones. Let's see who gets up off the pile, and it was Cooper Jones. That's a big one. Put a star by that one early. Cooper Jones with a big carry to move the sticks.
Got to be a confidence booster. Just a quick fullback dive right up there to Cooper Jones, and he needed, 1, and he may have got about 1.5, maybe 2 yards.
We talked about the loss of Carson Daniels and what that's going to do, but that's a good start by Cooper Jones. Here is a toss left side to Jordan Jones. Slips one defender, shakes another one, and he's got some room. 50, look out, 40. He's got the 35. It's a foot race. He could be gone. Kiss him goodbye. It is touchdown time in Texas. 9:30 on the clock. And Jordan Jones celebrates in the end zone with his pink gloves and slaps his number 3 on his chest. It's 6-0 Howe.
I tell you what, get him in space. As I said earlier, you tried the right side earlier and had some success. Put him on the left side. Got a good block from Cooper Jones on the outside. Clearing the way, and then use that speed. He broke a tackle at the end. And the Bulldogs are on the board first for the first time this season.
This is the first lead Howe has had all year. K9 boots it through, and it's 7-0 Howe with 9:20 on the clock. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
Hello, Bulldog fans. This is Juan Enciso, your local farmers insurance agent here in Howe. We're here to assist you with your insurance needs, including auto, home, life, business needs, and more. We're vested in the community because we are the only insurance agent in Howe. Our office is at 403 West Hanning Street, or we can be reached by calling 972-382-6121. We're also on the web at farmersagent.com/JEnciso. I have the knowledge and experience to help you better understand your insurance coverage options. Call me, Juan Enciso, at 972-382-6121.
Independent Financial is proud to support Howe ISD and their hardworking students, teachers, and staff. We share your vision for a brighter tomorrow and a championship season. For every challenge, Independent Financial has you covered. Our team can suggest a wide range of financial products to make your personal banking fast and easy. Plus, we have the know-how to deliver the game-changing business banking solutions. Independent Financial, your community in your corner. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Welcome back. It's 7-0 Howe. 9:20 on the clock. We're about ready for the Tech Wave kickoff. Your hit exterior scoring drive recap for Howe to start the game. 5 plays, 70 yards. It was a 59-yard touchdown by Jordan Jones to open the floodgates tonight. As you expect, a lot of points on the board tonight, and Howe started it.
Just give them a chance. Give the Bulldogs a chance. Allow them to hang around, and this is a good momentum booster for the Bulldogs.
So K9 to boot this one away. It's a high pooch kick going to be taken at the 30-yard line by Hurley, middle of the field. Now right hash, now cuts it up. He's got a lot of room. Look out. He's got the 45-40. It's a foot race, being chased down, and finally Warman gets him at about the 20-yard line. So Raines is going to start up with excellent field position at the Howe 20-yard line, or thereabouts.
Seems like the Bulldogs have had decent kickoff coverage this season, and that time they were able to get a block and break a tackle. A couple of missed tackles there by the Bulldogs, and they were rewarded with good field position. The Wildcats are.
So they'll start at the Howe 26-yard line. Ouch! After getting the lead for the first time all year, give up a big kick return, and that one I thought Hurley should have fair caught the ball, but what do I know? First down and 10. This is going to be a handoff to Songer, bouncing it out left, and he's good. He cuts the corner, and his legs are flipped out from under him by Caleb Warman. A nice tackle there and a minimal gain of about 3 or 4 yards. Sets up a second down and 7.
I tell you, Mason Songer has been a Bulldog killer for the last 2 years. We talked off air. I'll finish after this play.
They move quickly. Macri sends a man in motion, and the whistles blow before this one can get underway. And I believe it might be a false start.
What I was saying about Songer, we talked about off air, he's almost one of those guys, and I mean this as a compliment. It feels like he's been there for 5 or 6 years because he's been good. He's just been helpful for the Wildcats offense and just been a Bulldog killer.
So they'll back it up off the penalty to the 29-yard line. And it'll be second down and long, 13 perhaps. And Macri runs left on the option, fakes the pitch. Now he's going to keep it around the edge, and he's brought down out of bounds by Damius Wilson after a gain of about 3 or 4 yards, which will set up a 3rd and 9.
Tell you what, Damius Wilson, one of those sophomores on this team, they're starting to get quite a few of those underclassmen on this starting lineup, and good job of the Bulldogs to stay in their lanes.
Jackson Atkins on the sidelines just staring. He wants in so badly. Here is Macri on the play-action pass, throws it incomplete, looking for his receiver down the field. I believe that might have been Schellinger, but it was nowhere near him, and it falls incomplete. It might have been looking for Logan Green there as well.
Yeah, he was off target on both receivers as a play-action rolled out to his right, and we talked about the arm of Macri, of what kind of accuracy he would have.
And Macri throws a swing pass out to the right side, and a great stop out there. Immediately to bring him down was Wesley Inge, the cornerback, and that will be a turnover on downs. So Raines takes a gamble on 4th down, and they come up empty. And Howe's going to take over again with a chance to extend the lead if they can continue to do what they were doing offensively.
Great recognition by Inge. And I'll tell you what, one thing the Bulldogs have done well these past couple of weeks is tackle. They've done a great job of wrapping up. And Inge did a good job there of wrapping up.
So Howe, with exactly 8 minutes on the clock, will start from their own 24-yard line. And this is going to be a handoff near side Jones, and he is going to be tackled pretty quickly by Hurley. And a pretty good tackle by Hurley, and that one can kind of frog your quadricep kind of tackle. But he gets up after a yard loss, and it'll be second down and 11.
Wildcats were right there with Jones as he was to the left of Haley, tried to come right, and they were right there waiting for him.
Second down and 11 as Huff and Landon Duty will come near side. And an I formation with double Jones. And this is Haley rolling out right, looking for blocks, gets blocks, and it's going to be caught by Huff. A nice catch. Close to a first down at the 35-yard line.
Well, great play action, great blocking there to give Haley time to throw from Jordan Jones, Cooper Jones, both of them in the backfield there gave Haley plenty of time to throw and fire, and good job there by Huff to keep his toes in bounds.
Great play calling set here by Howe. Running, and then play action, roll out pass. And Haley and Huff can do it. Here is a swing pass near side. Jones, Jordan Jones, and he's looking for the big block. Didn't get it, but he did get enough up to the 40-yard line, so give him a 5-yard gain.
A quick tunnel screen, get it to your best athlete on the field, probably in Jordan Jones. We saw that a couple times last year. And we see this multiple formations here. They'll go under center, they'll go in shotgun, and I think we've talked about it before. I think this is the best kind of offense that fits the personnel that they have.
They'll move it back to the 39-yard line. Howe moving left to right. Three receivers out left, two right. Empty backfield set. Man jumps, but I don't think he goes across. Haley looking deep. Deep bomb left side, and that's going to be nobody there as Jordan Jones got a little mixed up on the pass route. Austin Haley looking out there with his head leaning to his left side as if, come on, what happened there? And it falls incomplete. It'll be third down and about 6 for the Bulldogs as Braden Wise checks in as a tight end.
They tried to get a Wildcat to pull off sides. I think Haley thought he did, and then threw it downfield, and Corey Foster and Jones were kind of hand fighting there and was just overthrown. Didn't get the flag.
Haley in the gun. Double tight set. This is going to be a handoff, a double handoff, and Ethan Lopez looking to turn the corner, and he's going to gain maybe a yard or two. Enough to set up another interesting fourth down, but it's fourth and probably 2 yards here. It's not an easy one to convert, but close to midfield and about the 43-yard line. So it's within a situation where you could go for it.
Well, you're in worse field position. You were 5 yards back farther earlier and got this, but Coach Jay, he's going to push his luck here. He's going to go for it again.
4th and 2. Haley goes under center, I formation. It's double Jones, and it's going to be Cooper Jones on the carry, and he's going to be very close. On the very quick hitter right over the left guard. And we may have a chain pull here. Ooh, we got a bad spot.
Well, we did get a bad spot.
I don't think that's kind of a left-footed spot, but
it's
a first down.
They're not even going to pull the chains out.
I might be questioning that if I were Coach Barnes from the other side, and I think he is questioning to pull it. He's halfway out on the field. He wants to talk to the official about a chain pull there.
Yeah, he's waving for official to come over. He wants an explanation.
But they've moved the sticks. It's first down for Howe. And, a little bit upset is Randy Barnes. And if you were Howe, you would probably be upset too. But the officials took a look at it and said, hey, first down, let's just go ahead and move it. There's no instant replay, obviously.
No. It looks like Coach Barnes got his explanation, heard it, and just said, let's move on.
So they'll spot the ball at the 45-yard line. Give Cooper Jones 2 yards. He needed 2. He got exactly 2. And now it's Jordan Jones. I said Cooper, right? Because Jordan Jones is the lone back now. Cooper Jones goes from one tight end set to the other on 1st and 10. Handoff Jordan Jones up the middle, and he squirts for about 4 yards. Near midfield at the 49-yard line.
4 yards.
Jones just an easy handoff, just a play right up the middle, had to cut back a little bit, was kind of waiting for a hole there. Didn't have much of a hole, but was able to squeeze through one to get a 5-yard gain.
Howe's burned 4 minutes off the clock on this drive so far.
Exactly what they want to do.
Right at midfield. 2nd down and 5. Haley is in the gun with Jordan Jones standing to his left. Cooper Jones, a stand-up tight end. Here's Jordan Jones on a handoff, squirts out to the right and falls forward for a couple, maybe 3 yards, short of a first down by about another 2 yards.
I'm okay with that. Jones got the handoff. It looked like he was trying to go
3 yards.
Go around the corner there, saw there was nothing there, saw a small hole cut back, and was able to make something that probably would have been nothing. Probably would have been a 1 yard game, maybe got 2 or 3 out of it.
8th play of the drive coming up for Howe as they're nearing 5 minutes on this drive. Impressive. Ryan Huff split out wide to the near side. Howe heading left to right. Cooper Jones goes in motion. Haley goes under center, and Haley's going to try to sneak it, and he's not going to go anywhere. He hit a brick wall as soon as he tried to take a step forward, and it's going to be 4th down.
Well, that brick wall may have been the nose tackle, Daniel Mendez, 6 foot, 276 pounds, the biggest guy on that defensive line for the Range Wildcats. And, he stonewalled Austin Haley, who was trying to find a crease. And 4th and 3 now. It's 4th and 1 that first time, 4th and 2 the second time. Now we're at 4th and 3. We're going farther back on our 4th downs.
Yeah. Oh, this one's going to be a tough one. This is maybe a play-action situation, right? 4th and 3, and they're going to fake to Jordan Jones and throw to Huff, wide open down the side, and he makes the catch, or did he? Yes, he did. There's a first down. Play action. Howe runs off of it for Jordan Jones, and Haley looks down and finds Huff on the left side for a first down at the 33-yard line.
He kind of lined up there at tight end or just right there at wide receiver, right next to the line, and kind of ran a flag route to the outside, and good placement there by Austin Haley, good catch by Huff.
A fresh set of downs, and Howe has now run 6 minutes off the clock on this drive. 1st and 10, toss right side. Jordan Jones kind of dances a little bit, and he's going to lose a couple of yards. You'd like to see him
just hit
that
the hole.
Full blast right out of the backfield. He didn't do it, and he's down for a 2-yard loss.
Number 3, Jordan Jones.
Yeah, he looked like he was trying to find a hole, trying to find a window somewhere, and just didn't hit as hard as he could have, and lost 2 yards out of it.
You kind of see that in the NFL with those stretch plays, but that's not a stretch play. And 2nd down and 12 coming up for Howe as Duty will split out wide to the left, and it's McNutt split out wide to the right. Haley wants to throw a screen pass. Caught by Braden Wise, the newest tight end. He was a guard 2 weeks ago, and he makes the catch at the 26-yard line.
Well, that was just a quick 2-step drop there by Haley, maybe a 1-step drop, and just threw it right in there to Wise, and Wise able to get a couple of yards there. And Bulldogs, they've converted 3 fourth downs, but it seemed like on the first down they always find themselves behind the sticks.
So it's 3rd down and about 5 at the 27-yard line is where they marked it. Haley in the gun with Jordan Jones to his right. Barking gets it, fakes it to Jones. Rolling out right as Haley under pressure throws it to McNutt, who makes the catch, I believe, at the 15-yard line. What a catch by McNutt. Another first down and a chain banger.
Range Wildcats got to be thinking, who is this Howe offense that we're seeing? I mean, great job by Haley. Great placement again. He's done that twice now. Give it to Huff and give it to McNutt, where they're the only ones who can catch the ball there.
Sometimes you feel like a McNutt.
And sometimes you don't. But
timeout has been called, we believe, by Howe. And we'll take a quick one. We'll be right back right after this.
If you've ever been in an automobile accident, who do you trust for your needed repairs? Star Auto Body is Texoma's most trusted body shop, serving all of Grayson County and surrounding counties since 1992. Star Auto Body is locally owned and operated. Services include major collision repairs with or without insurance claims, minor cosmetic repairs, parts replacement, and refinishing. Choose Star Auto Body and Alignments in Howe, Texas, 903-532-5365. Star Auto Body of Howe, Texas.
This is Michelle Castle with Guild Mortgage, welcoming you to Howe Bulldogs football. Guild has been delivering on the promise of home to hundreds of thousands of people just like you for over 60 years. With a big heart and a desire to serve, we're committed to making life better in our communities. This is where we live, and we're committed to building it with you.
Guild Mortgage is an equal housing lender company. NMLS 3274. Michelle Castle, NMLS number 231122. Branch address 714 North Travis Street, Sherman, Texas 75090. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Terms and conditions apply. Subject to change without notice.
Bill Jailing, I don't know what you said during that timeout, but I hope you didn't change anything because things are looking pretty good. 1st and 10 for Howe, left to right from the 16-yard line. Howe tried to draw him off sides and whistles, but no, I don't think so. Haley running for his life around the right edge, trying to scramble out. It's finally ran out of bounds. It's going to be maybe back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a loss of 1.
Second time that Haley has felt like he's pulled the defense off sides.
Are you kidding me? Howe burned all 8 minutes off the first quarter clock right there and are sitting on their 14th play of the drive coming right up. What a drive this is. We'll be right back.
Buying and or selling your next home should be an enjoyable experience. At Ann's Realty Group, our commitment to the personal relationship of the transaction ensures not only the level of communication that you deserve, but also the assurance that we will be here the next time you need us. We're not a big box real estate company by design. The flexibility that the freedom of being an independent brokerage allows us to be fully at your service as you need us to be. Ann's Realty Group, Ann Dick and Broker for all your real estate needs. 903-818-2676.
Since 2011, Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory has walked with hundreds of families through the most overwhelming time of their lives. Their job is simple: to make this season a little easier. What you can expect is a no-pressure, people-first philosophy, custom services for memorials that you'll remember forever, and reasonable pricing. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins have built a reputation over the past 30 years in the funeral business for making every family feel at home. Visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call 903-482-5225.
Howe comes back onto the field in the middle of a 14-play drive that's taken 8 minutes off the clock. We move to the second quarter, and Howe is 17 yards away from punching it in and taking a 2-touchdown lead. Are you kidding me?
Can't believe it.
Second down and 11. Now you got to finish right here. You have to get points on the board. You can't leave them right here. And the Bulldogs are waiting for whistles, and there we go. Second down and 11 coming up. Hupp, Haley in the gun. Empty set, drops back, quick screen pass near side. Ethan Lopez looking for a block, gets one. He's banged down hard at the 10-yard line, but that's a pretty good gain of about 5 yards.
A tunnel screen there. We saw that a lot last year, and you get it to Lopez, one of your other athletes, and got some blockers downfield. Good blocking by the receivers on the outside, and good cutback for Lopez, and makes this a manageable third down.
Third down and about 3.5, 4 yards. And Howe moving right to left, now towards the concession stand, towards that north end zone. Seth Key breaks the huddle, comes to the line of scrimmage. One man on the back. No, it's an I formation set, double Jones. And Haley wants to roll out left. He's flushed out of the pocket now, just throws the ball away, out of bounds, far on the right side. It's going to be 4th down and 4 coming up. Well, and there's an intentional grounding coming up. No receiver over there on the far side. Haley just threw it away, and there wasn't anybody over there.
Had protection for a second, but they were starting to barrel it down on him, and he said threw that away. But
they're going to wave it off.
Wave it off, okay.
No penalty. They're going to wave it off, so it'll be 4th down and 3.5, 4. And K-9's coming on for the field goal.
I wondered if this was his territory, if this was within his range.
Well, we're about to find out. The tee is going to be spot at the – where are they spotting the tee? At the 12? So it'll be a 22-yard field goal. Is that right? No, it's at the 17. So a 27-yard field goal by K-9. It's up. It's long enough. It's right down the middle, and it's good. K-9 for 3. And Howe extends the lead 10-0 here in the second quarter with 11:04. And we'll be right back.
Are you motivated?
Coach, we're highly motivated for Sonic.
What?
Coach, you know we're rough and tough, but sometimes we just need a burger, tots, and a shake.
Oh, my goodness. Well, if you're going to Sonic and Howe, pick me up some of those handmade onion rings.
Yes, sir. Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles.
It's not just good.
It's Sonic good.
Whoa, those onion rings really bring the hammer down.
Cooler heads prevail in football, and for over 50 years, Baker Air Conditioning and Heating have been keeping the Bulldogs cooled off. Not too many have reached 50 years in Howe, but Baker Air Conditioning and Heating have been at 215 North Denny Street since Richard Nixon was president. But there's nothing tricky about Baker Air Conditioning and Heating. They have a great reputation by servicing all brands. If the heat gets to you, call them at 903-532-6255. Your hit exterior scoring drive recap for Howe. Get this. 17 plays.
Wow.
76 yards. Capped off by a K-9 27-yard field goal. And it took 8 minutes and 56 seconds off the clock. That is your hit exterior scoring drive recap. Now for your Tech Wave kickoff. This is going to be a long kick. It's going to be taken at about the 14-yard line near side. Looking for a seam is Songer. You kicked it to the wrong kid. Now he chases to the near field, middle of the field, and is going to be brought down shy of midfield at about the 43-yard line. And that's where Songer and company will start with 10:54 on the clock.
You got to hope that the momentum from the offense will come back to the defense.
Let's check down with Caroline Slauson. What's going on down there? It's got to be pretty happy tonight, I would think.
Yeah, guys, I know we come up here and I say a lot of times that the energy is just different, but as you can imagine, things are a lot different down here this week.
You may lose your voice tonight.
Yeah.
All right, here is a handoff to Songer coming near side. A big hole and lots of running room, and he could be gone. Chased down by Jordan Jones. He makes a cut and falls down at the 25-yard line. If I was Songer right there, just keep running and you might be gone. But we have an injured Jordan Jones down now.
Hey, guys, I want to mention also Cooper Jones doing so good on his 15th birthday. Happy birthday, Cooper Jones.
There you go. Had a kid.
Jordan Jones, the one guy you really cannot afford to lose right now. And you're right, Songer had that run. He didn't really have to cut back. He could have kept on going.
I'm not sure why he tried to cut, because he was in a foot race, and it looked like he was going to win it, but Jordan Jones is still down. The ball spotted at the 24-yard line on the Howe side of the field, and Jones is up and limping off his right leg, and hopefully it's nothing serious and he can get back into the game. I'm sure he and Ricky Yake will be talking very quickly as Ricky follows him over there. Ricky Yake been here since 1988, his 32nd year as a Howe Bulldog trainer. That's a long time. 10:37 on the clock, and Macree's going to hand off. No, he's going to keep it around the left edge, chased by Damius Wilson. He can't catch him, and Macree's going to run up the middle, and he's got a touchdown. It looked like Luke Shepard, but the number and the name are different. It's a 24-yard touchdown by Macree, and a flag is now down at the end of the play. And the officials are going to discuss it. For now, it's a 24-yard touchdown by quarterback Audie Macree, but let's see what's going on at the end of this thing.
Yeah, I think
whatever it is, the Wildcats are pretty excited.
Yeah, I think it was at the end of it. It's not going to change the play.
So it's a 24-yard touchdown by Macree, and now Balthrop is in to kick the PAT. Macree will stay in to hold. And right now it's 10-6. Howe in the lead with 10:28 on the clock. Let's see what we're going to. What was it? I didn't catch the flag.
The dead ball foul, personal foul called against the Bulldogs.
Personal foul against the Bulldogs.
Personal foul against Howe. So that'll be on the kickoff.
After the play, after the score.
So right now it'll be Balthrop on to boot the PAT. Macree to hold now. It's on the tee. The kick by Balthrop is up and high and good. So Howe, or Range rather, cuts the lead to 10-7 with 10:28 remaining in the second. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
CoreFit Gym on Haining Street in Howe has a lot of new things to offer. Did you know they have an Iron Mike batting cage for baseball and softball lessons with on-site instructors? They also have a brand new stand-up tanning bed. CoreFit Gym has 4 personal trainers available and features sports performance programs for athletes. At CoreFit Gym, memberships are only $40 for the entire family or $30 per individual. CoreFit Gym is on Facebook and located at 300 Haining Street in Howe. Call them at 469-371-0603.
Who, why, and how? Who are we? We're Pradera Mobile Home Community. Why live in Pradera? Because of Howe. Howe, Texas, that is. Howe is a small community with an outstanding school district and close proximity to all amenities you need. Pradera Mobile Home Community is tucked away between Highway 75 and Highway 5 near Bulldog Stadium. Our residents love that our community is so clean. They also love their 2 parks and their swimming pool. Pradera Mobile Home Community, 903-532-0014.
Your hit exterior scoring drive recap for Raines. 2 plays, 57 yards, and it was a 24-yard touchdown by Audie Macree that punched it in. Howe's drive took 8 minutes, 56 seconds off the clock. Raines answered back with 30 seconds.
Wow.
26 seconds on their drive. So a little bit different philosophy, or a little bit different teams, I guess. So Howe appears to get the ball back here. There's 10:28 on the clock, and the Tech Wave kickoff. Balthrop is looking. It always looks like he's going to either onside kick. You don't know what's coming, and this is an onside kick. And it's going to be, I believe, recovered by Raines, and it is at the 34-yard line. And they celebrate on the far side, and that one was, to me, pretty obvious.
Number 3, Bobby Dale.
Yeah, he kicked it, and I think it bounced off a Bulldog player as soon as he was getting hit. And the officials are talking right now. I wonder if it went 10 yards. Well, yeah, they're calling it recovered by Raines.
Well, you knew then, and I tell you what, they were shot out of a cannon on the far side over there. And you knew that was going to be trouble as soon as it was kicked. It was a great onside kick.
It really was. Had good bounce to it, kind of tough to field.
So Raines, after an onside kick, will take it with 10:25 on the clock from the 34-yard line. And this is going to be Macri keeping it again, and Shepard or no, he's in the end zone again on the first play. Look out. Back-to-back scores by Audie Macri, Luke Shepard, that one 34 yards.
I'll tell you what, that read option is starting to flourish now. They faked the jet sweep, and Macri just took it right up the gut, right up in between the hash marks, and nobody was there to touch him.
One play, 34 yards for the Raines Wildcats, and they take the lead for the first time tonight. 13-10 with the PAT by Balthrop makes it 14-10. That was quick. We'll be right back right after this timeout. At Grayson Cullen Electric Cooperative, GCEC, we have been around for over 80 years and are governed by 7 principles: open and voluntary membership, democratic member control, members' economic participation, autonomy and independence, education, training, and information, cooperation among cooperatives, and concern for community. One of our communities is Howe, Texas, and GCEC is proud to support the Howe Bulldogs. Justin, Bucksnort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is closing in on an all-time record. They have given away 37 free birthday buffets so far this month.
That's where all you have to do is show your proof of age and get a free Bucksnort Barbecue buffet for your birthday. They even include the drink.
Well, from this angle, they'll keep that offer 5 days before or 5 days after your actual birthday.
It's birthday time in Texas.
Oh, geez. Stop saying everything's in Texas.
Well, Bucksnort Barbecue is in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Raines has scored 14 points in the last 36 seconds. And here's a high pooch kick, going to be fair catch called for by Ryan Huff on the far sideline. And Howe will be traveling right to left, south to north on this next possession, which will start from their own 28-yard line.
Now it'll be interesting to see how Raines adjusts now. They've seen a couple of drives here by the Bulldogs, how their defense adjusts to this multiple formation look here that Howe's been running.
You know, Randy Barnes probably saw, hey, Jordan Jones is going to be off the field for a little bit. Let's onside kick, see if we can take the ball and grab it and maybe get the lead real quick before he gets back in. Jordan Jones is back in now. So 1st and 10 right to left. And this will be an inside trap. No, the ball's on the turf. A bad exchange, and Howe's going to lose a couple of yards on the exchange from center Seth Key to quarterback Austin Haley. So now it's going to be 2nd down and 12.
That's what I've been saying. Saying last drive is it seems like they've had these 4th-down conversions, but earlier in the possession they start out with the 2nd and 10, or 2nd and 12, 2nd and 13. So they start out 1st and 10, but then move behind the sticks.
Your hit exterior scoring drive recap, that last one play, 34 yards. It took 10 seconds off the clock right before our Tech Wave kickoff. And here's a man in motion, which is Cooper Jones on 2nd down and 12. And this will be a handoff to Jordan Jones, who can't get past the defender. A flag is down near the linebacker area, and Jones was driven backwards hard.
I don't see who it was, but one of the linemen got off the ball. I mean, immediately. There's a flag down. I don't think it's going to be on Raines on offsides. I wonder if it's going to be a hold against the Bulldogs.
Well, that play never had steam from the get-go. And it's going to be a chop block against Howe. So that's not good. There's 9:14 on the clock, and Howe had all kinds of momentum in the first quarter, much like a week ago. But then things are starting to shift. Raines scored 14 points in a matter of 36 seconds after an onside kick. And 2 back-to-back touchdowns by Macri.
It's interesting. Early in the season, the Bulldogs took a while for them to kind of get going offensively. They kind of wouldn't get points scored until the second half. Now they're starting to get points here in the first half, but they're starting to lose momentum now.
They're going to spot the ball at the 20. And it'll be 3rd down and roughly 20. 3rd down and 20. So now Haley goes in the gun, a pistol actually, with an I formation behind him. And Haley wants to throw deep down the right side. Got a man separation, and it's over the head of Ryan Huff by a step. Just missed it. Huff had his receiver beat, but the ball was just out in front of him.
I tell you what, it was good. It was Haley had protection, had time, threw it downfield, used that big arm he's got, and got it down to Huff. One of your fastest players on the field. It just outthrew him just by a step or two.
I don't think Howe's going to be going for it on 4th and 20.
I think he pushed his luck too much here. If you're 4th and 16, 4th and 20.
But that was a shot that was so close. And if Huff makes that catch, he scores.
He's gone.
Instead, Cooper Jones is going to punt. And it's a low wobbly kick, going to bounce at midfield, take a good Howe bounce into Raines territory. It's going to be picked up. No, it goes out of bounds. And no return by Hurley. And Raines will be backed up inside their 35-yard line to about the 33 for this possession. Let's hope it's more than one play.
Yeah, this Bulldog defense is going to have to get a hold of this read option here. Or there's going to be a bunch of two-play drives, 3-play drives, 1-play drives, and touchdowns.
Randy Barnes was a wishbone kind of guy back in the old days, and then they ran the wing bone. They kind of a hybrid of the wing tee and the wishbone, and said he would never change from that kind of philosophy. But now the read option is very similar to the wishbone. It's still, kind of reading the defensive end. Here's Macri going to keep it up the middle. This time he's brought down. A nice play at the line of scrimmage, and a player has his helmet come off, and that's Braden Wise. He has to come off the field. It's 2nd down and 9, and Chris Hicks will come in to replace him at linebacker.
A lot of that read option is just kind of reading the defensive ends there, and he saw a space, but good job by the Bulldogs. Good tackle there by Wise.
Gain of 1 by Macri brings up 2nd down and 9. Here's a toss to Songer, headed right, looking for a block, gets a block on Wesley Inge, and a 1st down run near midfield to the 46-yard line.
Good run there by Songer. Got the pitch out. Got receiver's head blocking him. And he's eating up yards every time he touches the ball.
1st and 10. Left to right goes Raines. Jordan Jones is the safety tonight. He's been corner, but he's playing safety. Seth Key in at linebacker. And a pistol formation. This will be McCree wanting to run it around the left edge. Warman makes him cut back inside, but that's where the 1st down marker is, and he slides past it. So another 1st down, and another helmet comes off, and that's Braden Wise again, and Chris Hicks runs on again. So Wise obviously has a helmet issue that they need to get fixed. It's the 2nd time it's popped off. 1st and 10. Ball at the 45-yard line in Howe territory, and this is going to be a handoff up the middle, and Songer is going to gain a couple of yards, or is that, it is Songer, near the 40-yard line at the 41.
Right up the gut there to Songer. Kept it inside, and good job there by Heimel to make the tackle and not let him get bigger yards on that run.
And Macri has 2 receivers to either side with Songer in the backfield. Hurley goes in motion and whistles before this play can get underway. That was not Hurley in motion. That was, I believe that was Burns, the slot receiver. And it's a false start against Raines. So that's good news for Howe. That backs them up a little bit. 2nd down and 12 coming up.
Yeah, when you start getting people in motion, you start going fast, you start having people move a little bit too early, and that's what happened to the Wildcats there.
So the ball will be spotted at the 46-yard line. Left to right goes Raines. Pump, and a throw over the middle is incomplete as Macri missed his receiver. And it was intended for Hurley, I believe, but it falls incomplete. And we'll do it again, 3rd down and 12.
We've seen this a couple times where Macri has thrown the ball, and his accuracy has been off a little bit tonight.
So 3rd and 12. Not the passer Shepard is, but certainly comparable runner. He wants to pump, and the ball comes out of his hands, and he's going to be wrestled down, I thought, for a moment, but he's finally going to be chased down and pushed out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. Braden Wise had a shot. He was coming like a heat-sinking missile in the backfield once the ball hit the turf, but Macri was able to pick it up and run around a little bit.
Yeah, he dropped back to pass there, and I think he tried to pump fake, or he lost a handle on the ball, and the ball was just sitting there on the grass.
He tried to pump it, and it came out. Hurley goes in motion. Handoff Songer up the middle. He's got a big lane up the middle. First down and more. And Inge tries to shoestring tackle him. Can't do it. Now he's taken on by Jordan Jones, and finally 2 other Bulldogs help him out, but not after a big gain down to the 17-yard line.
Just right up the gut, just right up the hash marks there, just right along right behind his center there. And bad tackle there by the Bulldogs. Songer had extra yards there after contact.
1st and 10 for Raines at the Howe 17. Hurley goes in motion. Handoff Songer up the middle. Same play. Bounces out. It's a trap. And finally, Cooper Jones is being drugged towards the goal line, but finally horse collars him and brings him down inside the 10 to about the 5-yard line.
I tell you what, they go fast. They smell blood in the water, and they just get going. They give it to Songer and feed him again, and Songer is getting 9, 10, 11 yards a clip.
Songer carried Cooper Jones for 2 or 3 yards. It's just on his back. Ball at the 3, and this is a handoff to Songer again up the middle. This time he goes down pretty quickly. Maybe a gain of 1 inside to the 1-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 1.
But right up the middle, Seth Key met him as he went up the gut.
9th play of the drive. This is going to be a handoff. Songer right side. He's down again.
No, it's a touchdown.
Is it? They called it. Oh, I guess he slipped right in. So touchdown for Raines and Songer. I could have swore his knee hit before he went in, but obviously not. So Raines extends their lead 20-10, awaiting this PAT with 5:02 on the clock. Is the clock still running?
It is still running. I don't know if they know that. Now they stopped.
And McRee is going to hold on Bothrup's PAT, and it's up, and it's good. Needs to be about 5:08 on the clock there. And that is a 1-yard score by Songer. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back right after this.
This is Coach Davey Dubose, former Bulldogs head coach and athletic director. Jody and I still love the Dogs and ask that you show your support by joining the Howe Athletic Booster Club. Their mission is the same as it was in the 90s. They support all Howe athletics, girls and boys, middle school and high school. Good luck to all the Howe teams in the coming school year.
This is Coach Jay. It's only $25 to become a member. From the alumni to the current fans and parents, we ask you to back the Dogs and become a member today. Visit Howe Athletic Booster Club on Facebook. Bulldog pride never dies.
Hello, Bulldog fans. This is Juan Enciso, your local farmers insurance agent here in Howe. We're here to assist you with your insurance needs, including auto, home, life, business needs, and more. We're vested in the community because we are the only insurance agent in Howe. Our office is at 403 West Hanning Street, or we can be reached by calling 972-382-6121. We're also on the web at farmersagent.com/JEnciso. I have the knowledge and experience to help you better understand your insurance coverage options. Call me, Juan Enciso, at 972-382-6121.
Your hit exterior scoring drive recap for Raines was 9 plays, 67 yards. It took 4 minutes and 2 seconds off the clock, and it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown by Songer. Here's the Tech Wave kickoff, and it's going to go out of bounds. Thankfully, I think it was a pooch kick, and Howe was not interested in recovering it, I don't believe.
Yeah, that went right through Luke Jackson's hands, and then almost, I think that was Huff on the other side, almost not able to grab it. Luckily for the Bulldogs, went out of bounds.
So I would think all the people in the stands that like to scream and yell, not good things at the Bulldogs, I don't think they have a whole lot to scream and yell at tonight.
Not so far.
I think the Bulldogs look pretty good.
It's going to be an important possession right here for the Bulldogs right
Certainly. And it's a little swing pass to Jordan Jones, and he drops it. It's not a lateral. It's an incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Howe took the ball at the 32-yard line to start this drive. And it'll be 2nd and 10 from there after the screen pass to Jordan Jones, which was dropped.
It may have been a good thing that was dropped because he had Bobby Dell barreling down on him that would have taken him down immediately right behind the line of scrimmage.
The 50s doo-wop guy.
Yes.
Bobby Dell.
Bobby Dell come to the stage.
Bobby Dell. Doo-wop. 2nd down and 10. Right to left goes Howe. 3 receivers near side and 2 up top. Empty back. Haley screen pass to Huff, who drops it. Back-to-back screen passes are dropped by the Bulldogs with generally sure-handed receivers.
We threw it to Huff on the left side. Empty backfield, and Looks like we got a timeout called.
Raines trying to call a timeout. I'm sure, well, the clock was stopped after an incomplete pass, but Howe called it. We're going to take a quick one. We'll be right back in 30 seconds. Independent Financial is proud to support Howe ISD and their hardworking students, teachers, and staff. We share your vision for a brighter tomorrow and a championship season. For every challenge, Independent Financial has you covered. Our team can suggest a wide range of financial products to make your personal banking fast and easy. Plus, we have the know-how to deliver the game-changing business banking solutions. Independent Financial, your community in your corner. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. You're listening to Howe Bulldogs football on HoweEnterprise.com. Not a member of FDIC. Not an equal housing lender. Fake license number 867-5309. Howe, Portland, Seattle. 4:43 on the clock here in the second. Howe trails 20-10. Looking right now at a 3rd and 10 after 2 drop screen passes. Haley empty back, 3 receivers right bunched together, 2 near side. Haley looks that way right side, now has to fall down as he had all kinds of pressure on the blitz. Raines was sending the house, and now it's going to be 4th down and 15 and punt time for Howe.
Bobby Dale came in unblocked, and Haley, good thing Haley saw it because he was about to drill him. And Haley just went down.
That'll spot the ball at the 25 where Howe's going to have to punt from here in a moment. Right after this 30-second timeout, the timeout's been called on the field.
If you've ever been in an automobile accident, who do you trust for your needed repairs? Star Auto Body is Texoma's most trusted body shop, serving all of Grayson County and surrounding counties since 1992.
Caroline, coming down to you.
Star Auto Body is locally owned and operated. Services include major collision repairs with or without insurance claims, minor cosmetic repairs, parts replacement, and refinishing. Choose Star Auto Body and Alignments in Howe, Texas, 903-532-5365. Star Auto Body of Howe, Texas.
Caroline Slauson, our Night Furniture sideline reporter. A tale of 2 quarters, perhaps. All Howe in the first quarter, all Raines in the second quarter.
Yeah, some of us are down here. Actually, all of us are down here scratching our heads, wondering where that team went. Come on back.
Yeah, I'd like to see him. Here's a punt situation for Howe as Cooper Jones will stand at his own 15-yard line, kicking it from south to north. Not much of a breeze tonight. It's a nice evening, though. It's perfect weather. A high snap. Jones brings it down, kicks it very high. Didn't flatten his foot. It's going to be caught on the Raines side of midfield barely by Hurley, and he's trying to get out of traffic and finally brought down at the 45-yard line on the Howe side of the field. An injured Howe player is down but struggles to his feet, and that might be Jordan Troxtel. No, it's not. It's Jonathan Meneses. And Raines will have the ball at the Howe 45-yard line.
Well, the last offensive position for the Bulldogs was an important one. Now this defensive position is important. You're down 21-10, 4:14 to go in the first half. You really just don't want to have a score right now and find yourself down 18.
Ball at the 46-yard line, just on the south side of midfield. For Raines heading that way towards the south end zone. Hurley goes in motion. They fake it to him. No, they give to Hurley around the left edge. He's got some room. Got a first down and more. And is finally brought down after about a 16 or 17-yard run by Jordan Jones on the far side. No, that's actually Warman who brings him down, I believe.
Little cat and mouse there by the Bulldog or by Raines. They thought Macri had it, and he had already given it to Hurley on the jet sweep.
And they go quickly. They fake it this time to Hurley. Throw it deep down the field, wide open and in stride. They hit the receiver Burns for the touchdown. Burns burned his defender and walked on into the end zone after the nice pass by McCree. Go ahead.
I think that's where the hurry-up offense comes in. Bulldogs were scrambling, and Burns got behind the defense and caught that one wide open. All he had to do was walk in.
Ball throw up on for the PAT. McCree to hold. The kick is up. It's high. It's long. It's good. 28-10, our new score at Bulldog Stadium. Raines in the lead. 3:41 left to go before the half. We'll be right back right after this.
This is Michelle Castle with Guild Mortgage, welcoming you to Howe Bulldogs football. Guild has been delivering on the promise of home to hundreds of thousands of people just like you for over 60 years. With a big heart and a desire to serve, we're committed to making life better in our communities. This is where we live, and we're committed to building it with you.
Guild Mortgage is an equal housing lender company. NMLS 3274. Michelle Castle. NMLS number 231122. Branch address 714 North Travis Street, Sherman, Texas 75090. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Terms and conditions apply. Subject to change without notice.
Buying and or selling your next home should be an enjoyable experience. At Ann's Realty Group, our commitment to the personal relationship of the transaction ensures not only the level of communication that you deserve, but also the assurance that we will be here the next time you need us. We're not a big box real estate company by design. The flexibility that the freedom of being an independent brokerage allows us to be fully at your service as you need us to be. Ann's Realty Group, Ann Dick & Broker for all your real estate needs. 903-818-2676.
Your Tech Wave kickoff. We're just about ready for that. Balthrop with his hand in the air, gets the whistle, and he's going to kick this one pretty deep for the first time tonight. Going to be taken by Cooper Jones at the 14-yard line. Coming the near hash, gets a seam. He's got some room up to the 40, near midfield at the 47-yard line. A great return by Cooper Jones.
What the Bulldogs needed is some good field position to start a drive like this. 3:31 to go in the left in the half. They need a sustaining drive right now. They need to have the ball last here in this first half. Don't need to give any possessions over to Raines.
How about another 17-play drive that we had a moment ago? For your hit exterior scoring drive recap for Raines, it was 2 plays, 46 yards, and it was a 29-yard touchdown pass from McReed to K.J. Burns for the score to bring it 28-10, our new score. Haley in the gun near midfield, going to hand off to Jordan Jones around the right tackle, and he's going to be pushed forward and still going forward. I'm not sure that he did the running forward or Raines pushed him forward trying to tackle him, but it's close to about a 6-yard gain across midfield.
Good job.
And a nice run.
Good job there by Jones. Yeah, just kept moving his feet and refused to go down, so a little bit of that was extra effort, and a little bit I think it was yeah, as you said, Raines trying to bring him down and gave him about a 6-yard gain out of it.
2nd down and 4 coming up. Seth Key breaks the huddle as the center. And everybody bunched together, a double tight set. Haley in the gun, a low snap, he digs it out. He has to surge forward. He jumps back to the line of scrimmage as the snap was just rolled back to him.
Haley on the quarterback keeper.
And it's things like that when you're in a 2nd and 5, second and manageable position, and you shoot yourself in the foot by rolling a snap to the quarterback.
Boy, that's a mistake. You just, you think, okay, Jackson Atkins, if he was center right here, and he will be here in about 3 minutes, it's 3rd down and 4. Haley in the gun, and he's going to give to Ethan Lopez coming near side on the jet sweep. He cuts it up, nothing doing there. Back to the line of scrimmage, maybe not. He's back. It's going to be a yard loss, and Ethan Lopez is holding his left knee. This is not good. He is really grabbing at his left knee. So it's going to be 4th down and punt time, and Lopez is on the ground.
Lopez tried to get around that end there, and good pursuit by the Wildcats. Green was one of them, and Lopez has been a weapon for the Bulldogs here. You would hate to lose him. The Bulldogs, they're already depleted right now. They've got a lot of injuries on this team. A lot of people in street clothes.
Lopez grabbing at his helmet with both hands, laying on his back. He's not he is in some serious pain, it appears. We're going to take a quick timeout, maybe 30 seconds. Usually when we do this, they hop right back up. So, nope. He's hopping back up. See, I told you. So it always happens. So Lopez actually kind of jogs off, so maybe it's not quite as bad as we thought. Let's hope.
Maybe it's one of those things, the initial pain kind of hurts, but once you get on there and start walking off, maybe it's not as bad.
There's 2:08 on the clock. It's 4th down. And it appears that it may be punt time for Howe. But, yeah, it is. As Cooper Jones will back up inside the 40-yard line to punt this one away. The ball's near midfield at the Raines 49. Would you fake one?
I don't think so, but I'd let this clock go for a while, though.
21 on the play clock, and Jones does not. He's going to boot it away immediately, and he gets a pretty good punt. He bounces it away from Hurley, who's going to try to pick it up, and he does at the 19-yard line. Goes far side. And right there is Matt Hayes. He's kind of brushes him off. Now Damius Wilson chasing. A flag is down, and Songer finally runs out of bounds on the far side, somewhere around the 35-yard line. But let's check the flag with 1:49 remaining in the first half.
I think that's Luke Jackson over there. No, that's Caleb Hicks that was down.
And Hicks is rolling to his back, so Hicks is in some serious pain. Okay, let's take a quick timeout. We'll be right back right after this.
Since 2011, Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory has walked with hundreds of families through the most overwhelming time of their lives. Their job is simple: to make this season a little easier. What you can expect is a no-pressure, people-first philosophy, custom services for memorials that you'll remember forever, and reasonable pricing. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins have built a reputation over the past 30 years in the funeral business for making every family feel at home. Visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call 903-482-5225.
Are you motivated?
Coach, we're highly motivated for Sonic.
What?
Coach, you know we're rough and tough, but sometimes we just need a burger, tots, and a shake.
Oh, my goodness. Well, if you're going to Sonic and Howe, pick me up some of those handmade onion rings.
Yes, sir. Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles.
It's not just good.
It's Sonic good.
Whoa, those onion rings really bring the hammer down.
We're still in a timeout, and Caleb Hicks is still on the ground being attended to by the trainer, Ricky Yake. That commercial there with Coach Steve Simmons reminded me that he had some surgery recently. He had some heart surgery, and he's still kind of weak from that. And he came over to the office yesterday, and he said, I talked to Coach Jay, and Coach Jay asked me to give a speech to the team before the game, and I've got it all. I'm starting to prepare it all. And when Coach Simmons comes by to visit, it's usually a 30 to 45, an hour, hour and a half, 2-hour visit. And we were discussing, what's he going to say? And he's talking about, the eye of the hurricane, and the hurricane's coming, and this kind of stuff. And be the hurricane. I don't want you to go into the hurricane. I want you to be the hurricane. And they got to that climax part, and his chest started hurting a little bit.
Uh-oh.
And he said, I just don't think I can do this. He called Coach Jay today, and I think he said, I'm not going to be able to give your speech. He's keeping his family in mind. A heart condition is a pretty serious thing. He said, if my arm was broke or if it was a leg, I'd be right there. But it's a little bit more serious.
You don't want to mess with the ticker.
Yeah. Caleb Hicks is being helped off the field. Not much pressure on the injured leg, so.
Tell you, Ricky Ake has been a busy man this first half.
And all season.
Mm-hmm.
There's kids dropping like flies all over the place. Let's hope the freshman doesn't get in a whole lot here. So the ball's going to be backed up to the 10-yard line.
So I believe there's a block in the back is what we on Raines.
So Raines has got 90 yards to go here in a minute 49. And if you don't think they can do it, you're wrong. They can certainly go on any given play. Macri on first down and 10 has Songer to his right, sends a man in motion, and he's going to fake it to him. Macri's going to keep it around the left edge. Look out, he's all alone. Working on Warman, gets a block on Warman. Finally there. Is he going to bring him down near midfield? Finally bringing him down is Damius Wilson. Wilson's played a pretty good game tonight for a junior just getting called up.
It really is. I tell you what, Macri, he went around that left side. He had one blocker, a wide receiver on that left side. Other than that, there was nobody there. And good pursuit by the Bulldogs to at least bring him down before he got to midfield.
So one play and 35 yards there, 1:32 on the clock. And Macri is going to hand it off to the first man that runs by, and somehow breaking it out is Burns. They was trapped behind the line of scrimmage and a huge block on Warman, and now a flag is down, and Burns is taking it to the house, but Jordan Jones is going to get a flag there. He rips him down by the helmet. That was ugly, and let's hope Burns is okay, because Jones just ripped him down by the side of the face.
Boy, a lot happened there. Thought he was back behind the line of scrimmage, reversed field. Somebody got blindsided blocked by Bulldogs got blindsided block, and then Jordan Jones tore off the helmet there of Burns at the end of that play.
Warman just got lit up.
Was that Warman that got hit?
Warman was lit up.
And there's flags all over the field. There's one back at the 44-yard line. There's one at the Bulldog 36-yard line. There's one at the Bulldog 14-yard line.
It's unfortunate that Howe's going to get the penalty at the end, which will probably offset this thing because it was coming back.
Because of the block against Warman.
Yeah, the blindside block, those were great highlight film blocks, but you can't do those anymore.
No, you can't do that.
You know, we used to do those all the time back in the day, but you just can't. Matter of fact, that's another Coach Simmons story we were talking about yesterday on this field. When he played for Anna, he clocked somebody in the very exact same way. Today, you can't do that. But we are seeing the ball move back past midfield. So 2 penalties on Raines, 1 on Howe, apparently. Maybe the Blizzard has an idea. Is it?
Blake, were you able to sort all that out?
Is the Blizzard live?
2 fouls on Raines, 1 on Howe, but it just offsets.
There you go. Ball at the 46-yard line. We'll do it again. And Macri wants to go deep. He's got a receiver who makes the catch at the 22, racing towards the end zone, and he's in. He beat Wesley Inge, and on the score is Daniel Balthrop. And just like that, the Wildcats score again from 55.
And things are starting to unravel for the Bulldogs. I tell you what, I stand corrected. I didn't know about Macri's arm, but he has shown it right here with a couple of touchdown passes and a long one there downfield. And
yeah, that was a pretty good throw there.
And they're scoring right at the end of the half, and they'll get the ball in the second half.
Ouch. Macri to hold. And Balthrop kicks it through to make it 35-10 with a $1:03 left to go in the first half. Raines in the lead. We'll be right back right after this.
Cooler heads prevail in football, and for over 50 years, Baker Air Conditioning and Heating have been keeping the Bulldogs cooled off. Not too many have reached 50 years in Howe, but Baker Air Conditioning and Heating have been at 215 North Denny Street since Richard Nixon was president. But there's nothing tricky about Baker Air Conditioning and Heating. They have a great reputation by servicing all brands. If the heat gets to you, call them at 903-532-6255.
Corefit Gym on Haining Street in Howe has a lot of new things to offer. Did you know they have an Iron Mike batting cage for baseball and softball lessons with on-site instructors? They also have a brand new stand-up tanning bed. Corefit Gym has 4 personal trainers available and features sports performance programs for athletes. At Corefit Gym, memberships are only $40 for the entire family or $30 per individual. Corefit Gym is on Facebook and located at 300 Haining Street in Howe. Call them at 469-371-0603.
We talked about the drive that was ensuing for Raines. 2 plays, 90 yards. It took 2 plays and 46 seconds off the clock for them to score. And it was a 55-yard touchdown pass from Macri to Daniel Balthrop. And here's the Tech Wave kickoff, and it just rolls out of bounds. I thought for a moment, Jordan Jones, are you going to pick it up? Are you going to pick it up? Are you going to pick it up? And it rolls out. So it must be near halftime because the train's coming by. That was your Tech Wave kickoff.
Well, let's see. I think at this point, I don't know how many timeouts. It says 3 timeouts for Raines. I don't think they have 3. I think they have maybe 2. But 59 seconds to go. Maybe take one shot downfield, see if you can get Huff behind the defense.
Boy, the Huff, to just miss on the Huff pass. Man alive, that would have been something.
Yeah.
And that makes it a totally different game, but you know what they say. Coulda, shoulda, woulda is still undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when they're going to get beat. 1st and 10, right to left for Howe from their own 30-yard line. And whistles before this one can get underway. What was it, that one game that we had the train go by and they stopped? They stopped play and they were like, okay, we're going to wait till the train goes by. Are you kidding me?
I do remember that, yeah.
We were like, that's never happened before. So 1st and 10 after the official timeout. Haley goes back in the gun. 2 receivers either side. Haley looks right and slings it across the middle, and it's intended for Cooper Jones. and it's batted away. I believe the linebacker got a paw on it, and I think that was Bozeman. Wyatt Bozeman reached up in coverage on Cooper Jones and just snuck his finger in there enough to disrupt the pass. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Well, saying earlier was whether or not they wanted to try to throw it downfield. They do try to get it to Jones. Kind of a route up the seam there, just overshot him. But the clock stops is the thing. So you got to wonder here if you try to run the ball and just let the clock run.
53 seconds on that clock. Same formation, 3 receivers right. Haley looking down the field. He's going to take off and run. He's looking for a block by Duty, and Duty gets in the way of one of the defenders, and Haley's going to be close to a first down as he steps out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. Going to need 3 to pick up here on this upcoming 3rd down.
Good job there by Haley. Drop back, didn't see anybody downfield, had a lot of green in front of him. Right out of bounds, stopped the clock. And now a 3rd down and 3. I kind of like those quick passes over the middle they've been getting to Cooper Jones.
Cooper Jones, Ryan Huff, Jordan Jones all split out to the near side. Haley looking that way. Bubble screen caught by Jordan Jones. Looking for a seam. He has a seam, but he falls down at the 40. That's right where the 1st down marker is, however, so we may get lucky there. But Jones had a seam that he could have, if he could have kept his footing, he would have gone a long way.
He had some room to run, but he tried to cut back, and he got tripped up right at the 40-yard line, and we got a clock stoppage.
The band is loving that the final compartment of the train is going by. They never like it when that thing's going by during their performance. So the train is about to be gone.
Yeah, it's a good thing it's done now, not here in a few minutes.
Angie Liss is wiping her brow right now. 1st down and 10, right to left, as Howe with a fresh set of downs, but only 37 seconds to work with. 2 receivers to either side, actually 3 down at the bottom. Haley throws a screen pass right side. Duty caught it, but he slung down immediately for a 5-yard loss. They're going to actually give him forward progress, which will give him a 3-yard loss. 24 seconds on the clock, and it's rolling. It's 2nd down and 13 for Howe.
Looks like they may try to get one more play in here before the half. This may be your long pass downfield.
3 receivers near side, Cooper Jones, Ryan Huff, and Jordan Jones. And Haley is flushed out of the pocket. He runs straight up the middle, and that may be the clock burner right there. It's going to be 3rd down. And that's the end of the first half. It was a really good first quarter for the Howe Bulldogs. Second quarter, not so much, as that was all Rains as they turned on the afterburners with Audie Macri and company. We've got a Legend Bank halftime show coming up with the interviews by your high school principal, Phil Kempson, and also your senior athlete of the week, which is Hannah Dwyer. We'll take a timeout. We'll catch you on the backside of all of our interviews. It's the Legend Bank halftime show.
Justin, Bucksnort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is closing in on an all-time record. They have given away 37 free birthday buffets so far this month.
That's where all you have to do is show your proof of age and get a free Bucksnort Barbecue buffet for your birthday. They even include the drink.
Well, from this angle, they'll keep that offer 5 days before or 5 days after your actual birthday.
It's birthday time in Texas.
Oh, geez. Stop saying everything's in Texas.
Well, Bucksnort Barbecue is in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas.
This is Coach Davey Dubose, former Bulldogs head coach and athletic director. Jody and I still love the Dogs and ask that you show your support by joining the Howe Athletic Booster Club. Their mission is the same as it was in the 90s. They support all Howe athletics, girls and boys, middle school and high school. Good luck to all the Howe teams in the coming school year.
This is Coach Jay. It's only $25 to become a member. From the alumni to the current fans and parents, we ask you to back the Dogs and become a member today. Visit Howe Athletic Booster Club on Facebook. Bulldog pride never dies.
Hello, Bulldog fans. This is Juan Enciso, your local farmers insurance agent here in Howe. We're here to assist you with your insurance needs, including auto, home, life, business needs, and more. We're rested in the community because we are the only insurance agent in Howe. Our office is at 403 West Hanning Street, or we can be reached by calling 972-382-6121. We're also on the web at farmersagent.com/JNCiso. I have the knowledge and experience to help you better understand your insurance coverage options. Call me, Juan Enciso, at 972-382-6121.
Are you motivated?
Coach, we're highly motivated for Sonic.
What?
Coach, you know we're rough and tough, but sometimes we just need a burger, tots, and a shake.
Oh my goodness. Well, if you're going to Sonic and Howe, pick me up some of those handmade onion rings.
Yes, sir. Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles.
It's not just good.
It's Sonic good.
Whoa, those onion rings really bring the hammer down.
You're listening to the Legend Bank Halftime Show. Today's Senior Student Athlete of the Week is brought to you by Family Attorney Kimberly Killebrew. Now let's join Monty Walker with the Senior Student Athlete of the Week.
All right, this week our Student Athlete of the Week is Hannah Dwyer. And Hannah, COVID, how much has that screwed your life up in high school?
Well, it was pretty, it was nerve-wracking to see whether we would go back to school or not, and obviously we did. And there's a few things about it that are different than last year. Obviously, we have to wear the masks and social distance and whatsoever, but it's not as bad as we figured it would be. We still get to have sports, and people get to attend and support us. So far, it's not too bad.
So cheerleader, when did you start doing that?
I was really young, probably about 3 or 4. I've done it throughout my whole life, done competition and school cheer.
So what's the competition like? Are you still doing competition, or was that in youth or whatever?
No, I kind of do it on and off. I didn't do it this year. My last year was when I was I was a sophomore, and I cheered at Alliance. It's really cool. That's a whole different experience than school cheer, though.
So what's the best thing about being a varsity cheerleader?
It's really it's an honor to be, because we get to go out there and support the boys, and we do a lot out of actually cheering too. We do stuff for the community and whatsoever, all that kind of stuff.
So cheerleading is all about spirit, and the team is struggling, obviously. So how do you keep your spirits high and the boys' spirits high?
We just try to make the best of it. We still want to have a good time. We want the boys to know that we're there to support them through whatever. We just try to keep our heads high, and the boys as well.
So volleyball, you've played that for quite some time. Do you prefer volleyball or cheerleading?
I'd probably say I prefer volleyball. It's more fun to be together as a team that supports each other, towards a goal, I'd say. But I enjoy both. That's a hard choice.
So tough schedule so far in volleyball. You're really close in games. How do you get over that hump?
Well, in practices, and so we've been working really hard. It's been tough because we lost a lot of our seniors last year, but we're doing our best to work through it.
5 games to go. Are you going to miss it?
Oh, for sure. I really enjoy the sport. I've considered playing in college, but we're working on that, me and Coachy. But yeah, it'll be tough.
What other programs are you involved with at Howe High School?
I'm on the softball team and track team, and I'm in NHS and student council.
So homecoming court, you were a part of that. How much fun was that?
That was such a cool experience, to be out there with all my close friends and just to experience being out there on the field in front of everyone. It was super cool.
Favorite teacher?
I'd probably say Miss Siani. She's my college English teacher this year. She's really good. She's a good teacher. She pushes us to really learn our stuff, but it's a tough class, but I like her. She's good.
Everybody picks her. She's very popular. Plans for the future? What's after Howe High School?
Oh Lord, I'm undecided. I want to attend college, not sure where, and I've thought about majoring in animal science and going towards veterinary studies and stuff like that, but it's not for sure.
All right, that's Hannah Dwyer, one of Howe's finest athletes. The Athlete of the Week is brought to you by attorney Kimberly Killebrew. If you have legal needs regarding custody, child support, or divorce, call attorney Kimberly Killebrew at 214-432-1595.
Today's Senior Student Athlete of the Week is brought to you by Family Attorney Kimberly Killebrew. You're listening to the Legend Bank Halftime Show.
If you've ever been in an automobile accident, who do you trust for your needed repairs? Star Auto Body is Texoma's most trusted body shop, serving all of Grayson County and surrounding counties since 1992. Star Auto Body is locally owned and operated. Services include major collision repairs with or without insurance claims, minor cosmetic repairs, parts replacement, and refinishing. Choose Star Auto Body and Alignments in Howe, Texas, 903-532-5365. Star Auto Body of Howe, Texas.
This is Michelle Castle with Guild Mortgage, welcoming you to Howe Bulldogs football. Guild has been delivering on the promise of home to hundreds of thousands of people just like you for over 60 years. With a big heart and a desire to serve, we're committed to making life better in our communities. This is where we live, and we're committed to building it with you.
Guild Mortgage is an equal housing lender company. NMLS 3274. Michelle Castle, NMLS number 231122. Branch address 714 North Travis Street, Sherman, Texas 75090. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Terms and conditions apply. Subject to change without notice.
Buying and or selling your next home should be an enjoyable experience. At Ann's Realty Group, our commitment to the personal relationship of the transaction ensures not only the level of communication that you deserve, but also the assurance that we will be here the next time you need us. We're not a big box real estate company by design. The flexibility that the freedom of being an independent brokerage allows us to be fully at your service as you need us to be. Ann's Realty Group, Ann Dicken Broker, for all your real estate needs. 903-818-2676.
Since 2011, Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory has walked with hundreds of families through the most overwhelming time of their lives. Their job is simple: to make this season a little easier. What you can expect is a no-pressure, people-first philosophy, custom services for memorials that you'll remember forever, and reasonable pricing. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins have built a reputation over the past 30 years in the funeral business for making every family feel at home. Visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call 903-482-5225.
You're listening to the Legend Bank Halftime Show. Today's Howe ISD Employee Spotlight is brought to you by Wildcat Welding. Now let's join Caroline Slauson with today's Howe ISD Employee Spotlight.
Hey guys, it's Caroline, and welcome back to our Howe ISD Spotlight, our Employee of the Week. This week, it is the Howe High School principal, Mr. Phil Kempson. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Hey, so we're doing this over the phone today, and I was really excited to come up to the high school because I don't think I've been up there since it's been remodeled, and I really wanted to see it. Can you tell us a little about what was going on this summer and why you guys did a remodel?
Okay, so basically the library and the office have swapped places. And we did this for, the main reason was for security. So, and the library is now in a more central location and easy access to students, but the office being up front allows better security, which is the reason we did this in the first place. We can also better service our visitors as they come in. They'll be speaking to someone directly in person rather than remote by video and having to buzz them in. We're able to validate visitors with an ID, with our ID system. So it's a lot more secure as far as allowing access into our high school.
So I graduated in 2008 from Howe, and the remodel and how it's set up now just makes so much sense. I bet it really does work better for everybody.
Oh yeah, it's way better, way better.
So I read that you worked in Denison before coming to Howe. Did you work at the high school, or what school did you work at there?
Yeah, I was at Denison High School as an assistant principal.
So Denison obviously is a little bit bigger than Howe, a lot more students. I was curious as to what is the difference in working in a bigger school versus a smaller school, a smaller community. What are the pros and cons, if there are any?
Well, I've worked in small schools and at Denison, but primarily I've worked at small schools, and I've only was at Denison 5 years of my 25 years in education, I think, where I'm at now. But ideally, I do like working at a small school. You get to know the students. There's more of a sense of community. And, you know, just being at Howe's a great school to be at. We have really good kids here at Howe, and our community really is very supportive. And, you know, and that I don't know if you really get that in a bigger school. It's just a more sense of community here at a small school like Howe.
Yeah, I've always just racked my brain as to, because I just went to Howe K through 12th. I really can't imagine not knowing every person in my school. It's just, I don't know, that's just a crazy thought to me. And I'll talk to people, and the way I went to school, that's crazy to them. So it's just interesting. Parents found out last week that Howe will be terminating the remote learning for students, that everyone will have to come back to campus or they'll have to withdraw. Do you have a message to everyone, students, parents, teachers, for the safety and what's being done to make sure students are safe, and workloads and things like that for when everyone comes back?
Well, we had, since the beginning of the year for COVID, we've had a lot of different safety protocols that we've done. Number one, the biggest thing you'll notice is we require all our students to wear a mask basically all day, in the classrooms, in the hallways. The only time they wouldn't is if it's a very small class with just a few people where they could take their mask off, or at lunch when they're eating. So that's the big difference they'll see. We've separated our lunches into 3 lunches instead of 2 and only allow 4 people at a table. There are assigned tables for lunches so that if someone does get it, we know exactly where they've been sitting and who they've been sitting by. So for contact tracing purposes, that's really the only time they should be in the building without a mask. Also, if you're coming back, our official date to come back is on October 19th. We're assuming you're coming back unless you've told us different. But we're going to allow you to come back early. If you would like to come back early, just give us a call and we'll give you a date to come back that would be earlier than the 19th.
So our next questions are just some rapid fire this or that questions, whatever you like, first thing that comes to your head, all right?
Okay.
So if you're going on a road trip, would you rather listen to music or a podcast or an audiobook?
I like music. I like all of it, but I'd say probably music for the biggest part of it.
Yeah, I tend to think that I used to make fun of my dad for listening to audiobooks, but it makes it go by so fast, or he was onto something, and I do it all the time now.
Well, I've never really tried it, but I think I might have to try that sometime.
I suggest it. I got some suggestions, some recommendations if you need them. Are you an early bird or a night owl?
An early bird for sure.
Yeah. Are you more of a planner or are you just spontaneous?
I'd like to think I'm a planner, but I think if you ask my coworkers, they may say I'm more spontaneous.
Would you rather go water or snow skiing?
Water.
Really?
Yes.
I am.
I've never been snow skiing, so.
Well, see, I'm just the opposite. I'm a snow skier, and I've never done water skiing. So, okay. Would you rather have salty or sweet snacks?
Sweet.
Yeah, I'd go either way with snacks. Well, Mr. Kempson, I really appreciate it. Thank you for talking to me, and have a good week.
Well, thank you, and thank you all for your support.
Today's Howe ISD Employee Spotlight is brought to you by Wildcat Welding. You're listening to the Legend Bank Halftime Show.
Cooler heads prevail in football, and for over 50 years, Baker Air Conditioning and Heating have been keeping the Bulldogs cooled off. Not too many have reached 50 years in Howe, but Baker Air Conditioning and Heating have been at 215 North Denny Street since Richard Nixon was president. But there's nothing tricky about Baker Air Conditioning and Heating. They have a great reputation by servicing all brands. If the heat gets to you, call them at 903-532-6255.
Corefit Gym on Haining Street in Howe has a lot of new things to offer. Did you know they have an Iron Mike batting cage for baseball and softball lessons with on-site instructors? They also have a brand new stand-up tanning bed. Corefit Gym has 4 personal trainers available and features sports performance programs for athletes. At Corefit Gym, memberships are only $40 for the entire family or $30 per individual. Corefit Gym is on Facebook and located at 300 Haining Street in Howe. Call them at 469-371-0603.
Who, why, and how? Who are we? We're Pradera Mobile Home Community. Why live in Pradera? Because of Howe. Howe, Texas, that is. Howe is a small community with an outstanding school district and close proximity to all amenities you need. Perdera Mobile Home Community is tucked away between Highway 75 and Highway 5 near Bulldog Stadium. Our residents love that our community is so clean. They also love their 2 parks and their swimming pool. Perdera Mobile Home Community, 903-532-0014.
Get to B-Dubs on Thursdays for buy one, get one free boneless wings. Or as we like to say, 100% more wings. That's right. When you buy boneless wings on Thursdays, you get the same amount of wings for $0.00. Basically, the second order is 100% off. So get here for buy one, get one free boneless wings on Boneless Thursdays. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar! Buy one, get one of equal value free. Dine in at participating locations. Takeout is limited and may vary by location. Size exclusions may apply while supplies last. Limit 1 offer per customer. Not valid with any other coupon.
You're listening to the Legend Bank Halftime Show.
Welcome back to Bulldogs Stadium. Halftime, 10-35 here at half. Reigns on top of the Bulldogs in this one. It's been a high and a low for us here at the game, and hopefully listening. Blizzard, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, we'll go over some stats for this one.
We'll start with Emory. Audie McGree, 7 carries, 113 and 2 touchdowns. 3 of 5 passing for 80 yards and 2 touchdowns. Mason Songer has 8 carries for 95 yards and a touchdown. Daniel Barthrope, 1 catch, 55 yards and a touchdown. And R.J. Burns, 2 catches for 25 yards and a touchdown. On defense, the Bulldogs are led by Jordan Jones, 3 tackles. Braden Wise, 3 tackles. Caleb Warman, 5 tackles. Cooper Jones, 3 tackles. Damius Wilson, 3, and Joey Heimel with 2 tackles. On offense, the Bulldogs are led by Austin Haley, 8 of 14 passing for 52 yards. Jordan Jones, 8 carries for 75 yards and a touchdown, 2 catches and 8 yards. Ryan Huff, 2 catches for 27 yards. Caleb McNett, 1 catch for 10 yards. Ethan Lopez, 1 catch for 7 yards and 2 carries for 2 yards. Braden Wise, 1 catch for 6 yards. And Landon Duty, 1 catch for -3 yards. Cooper Jones has 2 carries for 4 yards. And on Emory, they are led on defense by Bobby Dale with 5 tackles and Drake Hurley with 4 tackles.
All right, looking at some scores around the area. Yeah, so I'm sorry, looking at some scores around the area. Saginaw and Sherman tonight. The Rough Riders aren't doing so well on the road. 41-0 at half. Bearcats on top of that one. Number 1 Argyle Eagles on the road tonight. And Anna 28-0 at about 45 seconds left in that one. Anna trailing tonight. Van Alstyne and Crum tonight. Van Alstyne on the road 29-6 halftime. Is the score on that one. Van Alstyne on top. Reigns, that's us. Tom Bean and Lindsay playing tonight in Lindsay. 51-0 is the halftime score. Lindsay on top of Tom Bean. Lone Oak and Whitewright playing tonight in Whitewright. The Tigers winning at home 14-7 with third quarter just starting. Winsboro and Bonham tonight 14-0 at the half. Winsboro on top of the Warriors. Blue Ridge and Bells playing tonight. That's a close one, 25-21 at the half. Bells winning though at this one. Now, for some odd reason, I am showing that there is a score for Pottsboro and Commerce. I am showing 17-0. Well,
That's what the forfeit rule was, 17-0.
Oh, so the rule, can you explain that to me?
I guess it's just the COVID rule. Like, if you have to forfeit due to COVID, you lose 17-0.
And that's just the score you get. Huh. Yeah. Okay. Well, we were all down here wondering what was going on, but that is what it is. Okay, so that's just the magic score on that one. We'll be back with some highlights at this one in Bulldog Stadium right after this.
Who, why, and how? Who are we? We're Perdera Mobile Home Community. Why live in Perdera? Because of Howe. Howe, Texas, that is. Howe is a small community with an outstanding school district and close proximity to all amenities you need. Perdera Mobile Home Community is tucked away between Highway 75 and Highway 5 near Bulldog Stadium. Our residents love that our community is so clean. They also love their 2 parks and their swimming pool. Perdera Mobile Home Community, 903-532-0014.
Welcome back. We are just about ready for the second half. We're in the Legend Bank halftime show. We're going to do some highlights now. As soon as we get ready for that, we've got Jake Roberts, who is a new star, by the way. Jake Roberts is a star for Howe. He has his own podcast at, is it how101.com?
Yes, yeah, that's
Or
correct.
How Podcast 101?
How101.com.
How101.com.
Yes.
So tell us about, well, I'll tell you what, we'll get back to that. Let's do highlights. All right, how101.com. Maybe the highlights are sponsored by how101.com. How about that? All right, so the Howe Bulldogs took the ball first at their own 30-yard line and went 5 plays, 70 yards. Howe took a lead for the first time all year. Howe was in the lead of a football game, and it happened on this 59-yard touchdown by Jordan Jones. Here is a toss left side to Jordan Jones. Slips one defender, shakes another one, and he's got some room. 50, look out, 40. He's got the 35. It's a foot race. He could be gone. Kiss him goodbye. It is touchdown time in Texas. 9. And that was 59 yards by Jones to make it 7-0 Howe with 9:20 left to go in the first. Raines took the ball, and Howe defense stopped him at the 25-yard line, turned it over on downs, and then Howe started this crazy drive. 17 with 8 minutes left to go in the first. At their own 24-yard line, drove 17 plays, 76 yards, and capped it off with this 27-yard field goal by K9. So a 27-yard field goal by K9. It's up. It's long enough. It's right down the middle, and it's good. K9 for 3. And that made it 10-0 with 8:56 left to go in the second. What a drive by Howe. And then an onside kick by Raines. Raines took it at their own 43. They scored on a 2-play, 57-yard drive and took the lead on this 24-yard touchdown by Audie McRee. And McRee's going to hand off. No, he's going to keep it around the left edge. Chased by Damius Wilson. He can't catch him. And McRee's going to run up the middle, and he's got a touchdown. And we're going to get back to highlights probably after the game as the teams are coming back out on the field, and we're just about ready for the Tech Wave kickoff. So we'll recap all of that after the game on your highlights section, sponsored by how101.com, right? There we go. There you go. And we're ready. So the Tech Wave kickoff is just about ready to be booted by K9. Kevin Flores, right to left. The Bulldogs will boot this one away. And it's a high kick going left towards the 17-yard line, going to be taken by Songer. And he's got a lot of room and a big block. Down the 40, down the 30, makes a man miss to the 20, and finally tackled out of bounds by Warmond at the 21-yard line. And Howe will begin the walking wounded second half as there's all kinds of players out. Ethan Lopez done for the night. He's injured. Jordan Jones is hanging on. He's got he actually is not in uniform any longer. He is on the bench.
Oh, boy.
Let's see. Chris Hicks is on his way to the hospital.
Caleb Hicks.
You said Chris's dad, I believe. Sorry. Caleb Hicks on his way to the hospital. So all kinds of injuries. I don't know how we're going to get through this thing tonight for the Howe Bulldogs.
It's like you need another bye week or another off week.
Well, that's the thing with the UIL and the way they schedule these things. Howe's the smallest team in all of state of Texas playing in this Division I, and they're just outmanned, and it can get dangerous at times. So Raines will start, and this is going to be a toss to the right side to Songer, and he goes out of bounds. The Wildcats started at the Howe 19-yard line after the kickoff return.
Little speed option here to the right side. It was on the short side of the field. That's probably the only saving grace for the Bulldogs, because Songer probably could have got around a corner if he had more field.
McRee in the gun on second down and about 8. And this will be him keeping it up the middle, and missing the tackle is Seth Key. And he bounces out, and finally some other Bulldogs are there to stop him, but right close to the first down marker.
Well, Key McRee read the defense there and kept it and Seth Key was right there to make the tackle. He's got to wrap up and make that tackle.
Ball at the 12-yard line. It's 3rd down and 2. And Macri is going to hand off to Songer up the middle, who escapes and finally brought down inside the 5 near the goal line at about the 2 or 3.
I tell you, you just got a nice 1-2 punch there with Macri and Songer. Think about if you had Shepard in here. We've seen the impact they've had for a few years now.
Macri is going to hand it off to Hurley around the right edge, and he is close, and he is in. That's actually not Hurley on the carry. That is Burns on the jet sweep. And Raines quickly scores again to bump it on up 41-0, or 41-10 rather, awaiting this PAT with 10:45 on the clock here in the 3rd.
Well, and the good kickoff return by Songer kind of set all that up too. Give him the short side of the field to work with.
And Balthrop's PAT is good. And our new score here at Bulldog Stadium is 42-10. Raines in the lead. 10:45 on the clock here in the 3rd. We'll be right back right after this.
At Grayson Cullen Electric Cooperative, GCEC, we have been around for over 80 years and are governed by 7 principles: open and voluntary membership, democratic member control, members' economic participation, autonomy and independence, education, training, and information, cooperation among cooperatives, and concern for community. One of our communities is Howe, Texas, and GCEC is proud to support the Howe Bulldogs. Justin, Bucksnort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is closing in on an all-time record. They have given away 37 free birthday buffets so far this month.
That's where all you have to do is show your proof of age and get a free Bucksnort Barbecue buffet for your birthday. They even include the drink.
Well, from this angle, they'll keep that offer 5 days before or 5 days after your actual birthday.
It's birthday time in Texas.
Oh, geez. Stop saying everything's in Texas.
Well, Bucksnort Barbecue is in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas.
On the Tech Wave kickoff, Ryan Huff makes the fair catch at the 32-yard line. And Howe will be moving right to left with 10:45 on the clock. Now, your hit exterior scoring drive recap was 4 plays, 19 yards for Raines. They capped it off with a 2-yard touchdown by KJ Burns. And they extend the score 42-10, the lead for Raines over Howe as the Bulldogs come back out. The walking wounded, as now Cooper Jones is the only man in the backfield. Damius Wilson is back there as well. And Howe at their own 32-yard line fumbles the snap. And again, remember, we have a new center into the game. Jackson Adkins had to sit out the first half. He's back into the game, and that could very well have played a role right there on their first snap with Jackson Adkins back.
And I was going to say, good news, Jackson Adkins back, but maybe he may be a little rusty here coming in the second half after serving the, I guess you call that a suspension on the first half because of the unsportsmanlike conduct personal foul from last week.
Same formation, Damius Wilson, the tight end on the left, as Cooper Jones has to kind of tell him where to go. These kids, and now he backs up in a false start. Wilson doesn't know what he's doing. There's all kinds of players having to play different positions because everybody's injured. There's so many injuries that they're having to put people on the fly into positions they haven't even practiced.
Well, it's interesting each week when we get the roster, the depth chart, it's a different player at every different position. You're having to kind of move players around, and it's just kind of a musical chairs. It's almost like Tetris. You're trying to see what fits where in what position.
2nd down and 15. Cooper Jones in the backfield, and Haley goes under center. And he's going to hand off to Jones right up the middle. And Jones is brought down immediately, maybe a yard gain up to the 30, or about the 28 rather.
I'm sorry, number 34, Damius Wilson.
Yeah, it's just right now this offense here in the second half, it just doesn't look crisp. And I think it is just because of injuries. Players that are in there are not used to that position. And right now you're just kind of hoping for the best.
3rd down and 15, and Howe, I think, is just going to try to get out of here tonight. Haley wants to roll out, wants to throw deep down the right side, and that ball's going to be intercepted. And it is at the Reigns 45-yard line. Coming near side, breaking a tackle of Damius Wilson, but Wilson finally hangs on. But it's Daniel Balthrop who brings down the interception on the Reigns side of the field. And that is Austin Haley's third pick of the year.
Well, look at that as a as a punt. Because you just threw it downfield, got intercepted on the Reigns side of the field. Short return, and like I said, just look at it as a punt.
So now Reigns will have it at their own 42-yard line. There's 9:02 left to go in the third. And this is going to be a fake, and it looks like Macri wants to go deep, and now he finds his underneath receiver, and that's caught by Hurley at midfield, fighting out of tackles and churning his way to the 40-yard line before he's finally brought out of bounds by Cameron Langford.
I think the Bulldogs were playing off covers. They didn't want to get beat deep, and Hurley just kind of found a little space underneath and able to get a lot of yardage after the a few yards after the catch, get a first down.
Ball at the 40. It's getting a little steamy in here again.
Turn the air off during halftime.
Left to right goes Reigns, and Macri wants to throw it in the flats, and making the catch on the far side right at the sticks is the receiver, which is Burns. And it'll be right at the sticks. He fell down. If it had been a good throw, he was wide open, had a lot of room to run, but he had to go down to make the catch. And Seth Key goes down now, so they're dropping like flies.
It's probably a good thing the Bulldogs, that Burns caught that on his backside there, so he couldn't run after the catch because he had a lot of room ahead of him. And yeah, you're right. We just got people.
So now you've got Brantley Flynn going in to the defensive line, and Seth Key is going to move. How's that? Is Luke Jackson going to move to linebacker?
Maybe.
And Key gets up and jogs off. Looks like he's going to be okay. So right now on the front line, you've got Luke Jackson, Brantley Flynn at nose guard, and Andrew Balthrop. No, that's Brantley Flynn and at defensive end. Jackson Adkins, the middle linebacker. Cooper Jones, the linebacker. And this is a swing pass out left. Andrew Balthrop makes the catch, 8 yards, 9 yards, right at the sticks. They will likely move the sticks, or it'll be very close. They'll actually say he must have stepped out of bounds a little early. So it'll be 2nd down and 4, moving left to right. We're going to check down with Caroline Slauson momentarily. And this game is getting a little out of hand just because Howe's dropping like flies. Macri on the toss to the right side, and a shoestring tackle by Caleb McNutt will bring down the ball carrier, Wyatt Bozeman, for a minimal gain, but enough to move the sticks.
Little pitch out there to the right side and moves the chains, and they're not taking the foot off the gas. They're still going pretty quickly here.
Ball at the 19-yard line. And this is going to be Hurley left to right. A flag is down, and Hurley is down after a 2-yard gain. And Caleb McNutt is pointing at the flag saying, hey, that's on them. And he's clapping his hands. So this one apparently is going to be against Reigns.
The jet sweep around and get Austin Haley coming up and making a good crisp tackle.
You hate that Haley has to be in on defense, but you're running out of kids.
You're right, yeah.
And Haley, I mean, for his credit, is a really good defender and a great tackler. And so it's good to have him on the field. You just worry about, being in a game like this that's getting out of hand. Let's check down with Caroline Slauson. What you got?
Sorry. Oh, yes. Hey, I want to. I didn't know my mic was on. I'm sorry. I did want to thank. You may or may not know I'm the middle school cheer sponsor, and I just wanted to thank Pam Kirby and the varsity cheerleaders for letting my girls come down and cheer with them the first quarter.
Hey, maybe we should interview Pam Kirby.
She may be. I'll see if I can find her.
Here's an end around reverse, and that was going to be. Looks like it's Drake. No, into the end zone is KJ Burns on the reverse. It was Drake who had it from one side, who gave it to Burns on the other, and he rounded to the near side for the touchdown of 29 yards.
I guess Wildcats are just trying some things out here, running a reverse, up 42-10.
I believe that's Burns' third touchdown tonight. Balthrop on for the PAT. McRee holds, and this one may go to the left a little bit, and it does. It's wide left, so the score remains 48-10 at Bulldog Stadium with 7 minutes left to go in the third. We'll be right back right after this.
This is Coach Jim Fry, former Bulldog head coach and athletic director. Connie and I still love the Dogs and ask that you show your support by joining the Howe Athletic Booster Club. Their mission is the same today as it was in the 80s. They supported all Howe athletes, girls and boys, middle school and high school. From the alumni to the current fans and parents, we ask you to back the Dogs and to become a member today.
This is Coach Jay. Visit Howe Athletic Booster Club on Facebook. Bulldog pride never dies.
You're listening to Howe Bulldogs football on HoweEnterprise.com. Not a member of FDIC. Not an equal housing lender. Fake license number 8675309. Howe, Portland, Seattle.
Your hit exterior scoring drive recap was 3 plays, 58 yards for Raines. It was capped off by a 29-yard touchdown on a reverse. It was finished off by KJ Burns. And that extended the lead 48-10 after Balthrop missed his first PAT of the night. Here's your Tech Wave kickoff. It's going to go out of bounds, and Howe will have pretty good field position to start this drive.
Yeah, I think you're at the point of the game right now. You're just trying to get out of here without getting anybody hurt.
There's been a lot of them hurt. We got Will Fleming in street clothes. You've got Caleb Hicks at the hospital. You've got Ethan Lopez in street clothes. Matthew Bearden, Dakota Harrington in street clothes.
Jordan
Jones in street clothes. Is that Warmond? Well, already Jalen Thornton is out.
Bulldogs ball at the
that is Warmond.
42-yard line.
Man, 1st and 10 for Howe, right to left. I formation. Damius Wilson and Cooper Jones in the backfield. Handoff to Cooper Jones over right guard, maybe a yard. They started the drive
24, Cooper Jones
at the 42-yard
short gain on the play, brings up
and he
second
might
down.
have got to the 44, so they'll give him a couple.
Yep, just a straight up handoff up the middle. Without Jordan Jones, you got Cooper Jones, I guess would be the feature back right now. But he's usually playing fullback.
It's either Cooper Jones or Matt Hayes, and right now it's Cooper Jones. 2nd down and 9. Only give him a yard on that. Another I formation. And Haley's going to toss right side to Cooper Jones, trying to find that far edge, and he's going to gain some pretty good yardage near midfield at the 47. So a pickup of about 3 there.
I like Damius Wilson out there playing fullback. He kind of helped led there and was able to slow down a Wildcat defender and pave a little bit of a extra way there for Cooper Jones. So 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4. And the clock continues to run.
3rd and 4, just shy of midfield. And now whistles. We'll see what that is. No indication yet. Blizzard, anything?
I don't know what the whistle was
now
for there.
Yeah, now they're coming back. So 3rd down and 4. Haley is under center, moving Damius Wilson and Cooper Jones on the backfield. Haley's having to tell them where to line up. And this is going to be a toss to Jones, who's hit immediately, but he surges forward a little bit, and he keeps surging the pile. Cooper Jones is hard to bring down. First down inside the 45-yard line.
First of all, that pitch almost got intercepted by the Wildcats, and Cooper Jones moved the pile over to the first down marker, and then we've got another man down for the
And I'm not so sure this isn't Cooper Jones.
That's what it looks like.
And he is flat on his back where he was downed at the 43-yard line.
He worked hard for that first down.
In Raines territory. And now Matt Hayes will check in for Cooper Jones in the backfield as Howe is running out of players. Literally. It'll be 1st and 10 for Howe at the Raines 43-yard line. And Cooper Jones is up and walking under his own strength off the field here. But, man alive, Matt Hayes checks in.
tell you what, you look at Cooper Jones, he walks off. He's a big kid for a freshman.
Just turned 15 today. Happy birthday, Cooper. Landon Duty will come split out wide to the near side as Jackson Adkins breaks the huddle. Ryan Huff split out wide right. Damius Wilson and Matt Hayes in the backfield. Duty steps back off the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a handoff to Hayes. And he's shot out of a cannon. He runs hard on that first down carry and a gain of about 5. He had the position of tailback a couple of weeks ago. And he ran like he wanted it back right there.
Yeah, got that. He came in fresh legs there, and showed a little bit of spurt there, a little bit of speed.
So second down and about 5 for Howe. 4:28 on the clock here in the third. As Haley Barks goes under center, I formation. He's going to hand off to Damius Wilson or off left guard, and Wilson's going to gain a couple.
Damius Wilson
Crossing, well, right about the 35-yard line is where they'll spot it. So a couple of yards on the play.
Damius Wilson is slow to get up now.
But he's getting up. Wilson is a tough player.
He really, and you kind of tell by that, just the way swagger, the attitude he has. He comes off pretty like he's tough. He not afraid to get his nose in there.
Looks like a timeout has been called. Let's talk to Blizzard for a little bit. We talked about this football team of Rains and how good they are with Luke Shepard. And with Luke Shepard not here, we wondered what they were going to do. But Macri looks the part, doesn't he?
Yeah, he looks pretty fast. He's not as good as a passer as Luke Shepard, but he may be just as good of a runner.
Yeah, he's very dangerous, and he's quick. And, they have the parts. It's a shame for Rains that they're in this district as well, because they're a really good football team, and they've been waiting on this junior-senior class to get together for quite some time. And, it's just, you have your best football team you've had many, 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 many years, and they put you in the district with Pottsboro, Mineola, and Mount Vernon. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's one of the toughest districts in the state for sure.
So Howe's facing a 3rd and 2 coming back from the timeout. Damius Wilson and Matt Hayes in the backfield. And Haley will go under center, and he's going to toss left side to Hayes. He's trapped in the backfield, nothing doing there. It's going to lose a yard. The ball, scramble for the ball, but the official says that Hayes was down. And again, the line judge was Jesse. Let me see if I can see that. I can't read my writing, Justin.
Is that Greg
Jesse Raymond was the line judge who spotted it down.
So it's going to be short of a first down either way. So
well, 4th and punt time, and who's your punter? And as Cooper Jones is out. Oh, the air came on. You feel that?
I do feel the breeze coming through. Yes, I'm right here by the vent.
So fourth down. Howe's going to go for it.
Why not?
At the 36-yard line. And the ball is loose. Haley has to go back and fall on it. And that is how the second half has gone
on the play, recovered by the
for the Howe Bulldogs. It's just the wheels have kind of come off a little bit, and Damius Wilson is holding his left shoulder as he comes off the field. Howe's just getting beat up.
Really are, and as I said, they're just trying to just get this thing over with. Let this thing come to a merciful end.
3:09 on the clock. We're in the third quarter. And Malin Walker has checked in for Howe at nose guard. 1st and 10, left to right goes Rains, with Macri still on the field. And I think that's not Songer, though, in the backfield. That is going to be Bozeman. And there's a swing pass near side, caught and dropped almost immediately, but not after a 6 or 7 yard gain.
That's complete to number 11, Logan Green.
You think about it with Audie Macri, all these seniors on here with Shepard and Songer. Macri's only a junior, so you're looking at the quarterback for next year.
Ball spotted at the 46-yard line. A snap was not ready, and Macri wasn't ready for it. Now he's chasing, running for his life, and he's coming near side. And finally, is he brought down? Finally brought down. And into the game for Howe is Joey Heimel, and he'll get credited for the tackle near midfield.
Tell you what, Macri went to his left, went to a reverse field. Looked like Johnny Manziel out there trying to avoid tacklers and try to make something out of nothing. And I think we got a face mask against the Bulldogs.
Face mask is the call against the Bulldogs.
So that'll move the sticks across midfield into Howe territory. That's a big one. They'll spot it now inside the 40 at the 38-yard line. Macri, high snap, brings it down, and Bozeman is going to be brought down after a pretty good gain of about 5 yards.
Seth Key, Joey Heimel making the stop.
And slow to get up is another Bulldog.
Wow. Timeout, injured player.
And Ricky Ake may have, I don't know what his, if you got one of those pedometer things on his arm, but I tell you what, he may have lost 15 pounds tonight running in and off the field.
I saw him as he come off the sidelines. He was going a little slow too when he got up, kind of almost like, oh, we got another one.
He's got about 2.5 miles under him tonight.
He's logged a lot from the sideline to the numbers, to the hash marks.
I'm not sure who's going to need more Gatorade after the game.
Monty, I'm interested as a parent seeing your kid. Are you in all these injuries? Are you worried?
Yeah, you betcha I'm worried. You betcha.
Who was that?
There was another Walker kid that wore black and white out here that was always hurt. So yeah, I'm worried. So ball at the 35. Second down and about 7 for Macri, and we're ready to go. Bozeman in the backfield, and they're going to fake the hand to Bozeman. Macri wants to throw it deep down the field. In the middle of the field, wide open, caught at the 10, strolling in. Matt Hayes in coverage. Touchdown, Rains. This time it's going to be the receiver, Logan Green, hauling it in. And Rains is up over half 100.
Yeah, just you key in on that read option there on the jet sweeps and the handoffs and the quarterback keeper, and the receiver got there, had his man beat, and just right down the middle.
My apologies to Corey Foster. He was the receiver on the end of that touchdown run. So here's the Balthrop on the PAT, and it is true. So Corey Foster on the 35-yard touchdown from Macri. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back right after this.
Get to B-Dubs on Thursdays for buy one, get one free boneless wings. Or as we like to say, 100% more wings. That's right. When you buy boneless wings on Thursdays, you get the same amount of wings for $0.00. Basically, the second order is 100% off. So get here for buy one, get one free boneless wings on Boneless Thursdays. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar! Buy one, get one of equal value free. Dine in at participating locations. Takeout is limited and may vary by location. Size exclusions may apply while supplies last. Limit one offer per customer. Not valid with any other coupon.
55-10, our new score at Bulldog Stadium. It was a 4-play, 60-yard drive on the hit exterior scoring drive recap. Corey Foster on the 35-yard touchdown reception from Macri, and they extend their lead. Rains extends their lead, 55-10, with 1:59 left to go here in the third. Just about ready for the Tech Wave kickoff. Bulldogs running out of players, but have 11 on the field.
Andrew Balthrop to kick.
Balthrop about to boot this one away. See if you can kick it in bounds this time. Here's a pooch kick. Fair catch called for by Ryan Huff, who has to go down to a knee to make the catch, but he does at the 32-yard line. And Howe will take over there.
At the 32-yard line.
Needing 68 to go to pay dirt. Howe's put 10 points on the board tonight, had their first lead of the season as they punched it in first. Actually scored the first 10 points of this game, but Rains has answered back with 55 unanswered points tonight.
Yeah, they look good here. For a second game in a row, they've looked good there in that first quarter, first couple of possessions, but just haven't been able to sustain him. And then defensively, they just still have not figured out this read option game by Rains.
Cooper Jones still not in the game. Matt Hayes dots the I behind Damius Wilson. The toss right side, looking for the corner. Hayes running hard, and he's going to have 6 or 7 yards near the 40-yard line to about the 37.
We've seen that a few times now where they run that pitch around the either side there, and Hayes.
He's running very hard tonight.
Don't tell him we're down. Bulldogs down 55-10. He's still running hard third quarter with a minute and a half to go.
Gain of 5 for Matt Hayes. It brings up 2nd down and 5. Right to left goes Howe towards the concession stand, south to north. Not much of a breeze. As Haley hands off Hayes again, met at the line of scrimmage. Not much doing there as that big defensive front for the Raines Wildcats puts a stop to Hayes. And all momentum had from the previous play. It's going to be 3rd down and 5 from the 37.
You know, our player of the game may end up having to be not a player, may end up being Ricky Ake, the trainer, trying to keep everybody healthy as possible.
Legendary trainer of the game.
Yeah.
3rd down and 5 for Howe. 2 receivers come near side, Duty and Huff. High formation behind Haley under center. He's going to roll out near side, looking for somewhere to go. Flings it out. It's going to be caught by Duty for a 1st down, and they'll spot it. Give him that's not a good spot.
Landon Duty, number 17.
The ball should be near the 45-yard line, but he stepped out of bounds at the 43. He caught it and came back, but the forward progress was at the 45. They spotted it at the 43, however. And Howe, with a new set of downs, a nice pass from Haley to Duty.
Good job there by Haley. Under siege there on the pass rush and just barely able to get that over there to Duty to make the catch.
High formation. Wilson and Hayes behind Haley under center. 2 receivers split out wide to either side. And a fumble as Haley tried to give it to Hayes, and they had a bad exchange. Ball's on the turf, and Raines is going to take over possession here. So a fumble on a bad exchange.
Yeah, it looked like I don't think Hayes just never got a good handle on that. And ball falls to the ground and a turnover by the Bulldogs.
So Raines will take over with 32 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
Safe to say you had insult to injury tonight with that turnover. The amount of injuries the Bulldogs have had.
Jaron Grisham back in the game for the Bulldogs at nose guard. Not that I'm keeping an eye on a freshman or anything. 1st and 10 for Raines, moving left to right. Man in motion, and they give it to him. Coming near side. That looks like a good athlete. 40-45, escapes a tackle, but is going to be brought down shy of the 1st down after about a 9-yard gain, and that is a new player, which is Amari Clayton. Amari, it's dark. My eyes are terrible.
So Mr. Magoo.
Mr. Magoo for sure. So the ball was at the 43 to start. And now Macri will get a 1st down at the 31-yard line. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter. Mercifully. 55-10. We'll be right back right after this. Independent Financial is proud to support Howe ISD and their hardworking students, teachers, and staff. We share your vision for a brighter tomorrow and a championship season. For every challenge, Independent Financial has you covered. Our team can suggest a wide range of financial products to make your personal banking fast and easy. Plus, we have the know-how to deliver the game-changing business banking solutions. Independent Financial, your community in your corner. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If you've ever been in an automobile accident, who do you trust for your needed repairs? Star Auto Body is Texoma's most trusted body shop, serving all of Grayson County and surrounding counties since 1992. Star Auto Body is locally owned and operated. Services include major collision repairs with or without insurance claims, minor cosmetic repairs, parts replacement, and refinishing. Choose Star Auto Body and Alignments in Howe, Texas, 903-532-5365. Star Auto Body of Howe, Texas.
Okay, you're not going to believe this.
All right.
We have our Night Furniture sideline reporter, Caroline Slauson, who has an injury update.
Yeah, I mean, they really are dropping like flies. Unfortunately, we even have hurt cheerleaders on the sideline.
A cheerleader has been injured tonight.
Yeah.
A cheerleader has been injured.
I'm just going to come on up there, so I'm not the next one.
My goodness. The cheerleader's not headed to the hospital or anything, right?
If you say, do we expect to see her again or no?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, my. Wow. My goodness. This is one for the ages.
And it's not COVID.
Not
it's
a
just,
good
it's just injuries.
Yeah, not good. Here's a handoff up the middle. And
Three on the start, quarterback keeper.
being brought down almost immediately is Macri, the quarterback. Still in the game. And that'll be a couple of yards
Jackson,
up to about the 17-yard line.
You're seeing pretty much their second string except for Macri in there.
Call it the 27-yard line. Sorry about that. Here's Bozeman making a block for Macri, diving towards the pylon, or for the first down marker, rather. And he's going to be very close to a first down and very close to the 20-yard line. I think they're going to spot this right about the 20. It looks like the 22, I guess. So a 5-yard gain brings up 3rd and short for Raines. As the freshman is back in there, look out. Swaying back and forth from right foot to left foot. He's ready to go. Swaying, he's ready. 3rd down and 1. You need to be ready right here, young man.
They come right at him.
2 slots and a man on the backfield is Bozeman, and this is going to be a mix-up play. Bozeman has it. The ball's on the turf, and he has to go back and fall on it, and that's a big loss of about 12 yards near the 35-yard line.
You had a full-house backfield. I believe you had 3 running backs back there, and along with the quarterback, and I don't think anyone knew who was going to get the ball, and then the ball fell on the ground.
So it's 4th down and 12 for the Raines Wildcats after 11-yard loss on the play. Man goes in motion. Macri sends him now back. He went in motion from right to left and now back, and now a flag's down. And this is not going to be 4th and 12. This is going to be 4th and 17. As Raines has some new players in as well. And
you can kind of tell.
They're floating a lot of people into the – they don't have a large roster to begin with, but playing a lot of players that normally don't play tonight.
Yeah, that's one of their Achilles heels, too, is they don't have a lot of depth either.
And now the punt team's going to come on for the Wildcats on about a 4th and, 17? That's what the scoreboard says.
And I believe this will be their first punt of the night, if I'm not mistaken.
So. And back to return is Austin Haley, standing at about the 5-yard line. You like that call?
I like it.
Haley?
Oh, boy. I was kind of zoned out for a little bit, and then
ball bounces at the 3, rolls into the end zone. That's going to be a highlight right there. You like?
I zoned out for just a second. I was watching the formation, and you said Haley. I go, Haley? What's he doing? Kick return? And I'd lean it forward.
I think your eyes may have popped out a little bit. Haley? What is he doing back there returning punts? But it goes into the end zone.
Quick scoring update around the district. Mineola and Mount Vernon tied at 20 going into the 4th quarter.
What a game that must be.
And here's another one, too, kind of surprising. 6:07 in the 3rd quarter. Winsboro 21, Bottom 16.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Bottom has the ball also in that one.
Yeah, that's a real score, right? Blizzard 21-16?
Yes, sir. Yes, Justin.
I know they get fake scores around there sometimes on the app.
1st and 10 for Howe, moving left to right as Haley will go under center. Matt Hayes into the game, and this is going to be a quick hitter handoff to Damius Wilson, first man through, but it looked like for a moment he had a lane, but it was closed up quickly, and Wilson seems to be hurt again. And I don't know what else you got left. When Damius Wilson is your fullback, I don't know what else is on the bench over here. And Duty will bring the play in, but it's 2nd down and 9 after a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, every time Damius Wilson gets up, he's kind of holding his arm or he's hurt somewhere.
You got to feel for Bill Jailing. This is just a situation. Here's a handoff to Hayes, who breaks out left side. Good running room and enough for a first down and more to about the 35-yard line. And one of the bright spots tonight has been Matt Hayes running.
As you said, Hayes, he was starting running back starting the season, and he wants that job back.
Well, when Jalen Thornton went out, it was Hayes who came in.
Mm-hmm. He shows a good burst there to kind of get them a little bit more breathing room. They move out to the 35-yard line.
1st down and 10 for Howe. But going back to Bill Jailing, you got to feel sorry for him. I mean, you're boxed into a corner UIL-wise. Here's Haley rolling out right, wanting to throw. Near side, Huff makes the catch, 45, tries to spin out. Can't do it, but it's good enough for a 9-yard gain, maybe 10. They'll move the sticks and spot the ball at the 41-yard line. But you're put in a district with Mineola and Mount Vernon and Pottsboro and all this stuff. First of all, the UIL says that you're not you got 6 too many kids to be in Division II. I mean, that right there is just bad luck. And then to be put in the district that they're in is just a double dose of bad luck. It's almost like the UIL's got some vendetta against you.
I'm going to speak on that here in just a second.
1st and 10, left to right. Haley sends Duty in motion. He drops back and wants to throw deep down the field, right side, looking for Ryan Huff. He goes up, and it's incomplete as Burns was in coverage, and Burns had a hand on it.
They tried that a few times, just hadn't been able to connect. But I was saying, yeah, Coach Jay's had some tough luck here since he's come to Howe with UIL. You think the first 2 years he was here, they didn't get a bye week till the end of the season. You know, with still
terrible luck,
still being one of the smaller schools in 3A, and then you think, okay, well, our luck's changed. You get a bye week right before district, get a bye week right before district, and then you get stuck in a team with East Texas teams and top 10 teams and.
A blitz coming, and Matt Hayes a toss right side, and Hayes is going to be shoved at the end of that play. No flag, but Hayes is good for 9 yards on the toss sweep to the right side. Howe into Raines territory at the 45-yard line.
We'll take him where you can get him. You're playing kind of against the second team defense here, but the Bulldogs still trying to keep going.
Still fighting.
Not giving up.
3rd down and 1, and Howe with a quick snap gets the first down. They go with a no call there. They get to the line of scrimmage and just shuffle and go.
Number 3.
I thought that was
It looked like they were offsides.
It did.
They weren't set, it appeared, but apparently they were.
I think it's the best way to describe it. I thought maybe it was going to be a flag, like a false start or something, but no call. They just got to the line and went. It didn't seem like everybody went at the same time.
It was a silent count. Haley just ran up under Adkins, snapped the ball, and there they went. 1st and 10. Everybody comes to the line of scrimmage. Moving left to right, I formation, Wilson and Hayes in the backfield. Haley wants to throw. Right side, incomplete. Right at the corner, and it's looking for Huff over here. It'll be 2nd down and 10. That stops the clock at 6:30.
Well, this gives a chance for the Bulldogs too to kind of iron out some wrinkles in their offense. They're obviously not going to come back from this, and maybe hard to play against the JV or during a scout team during the week. So gives you a chance to get some reps in here right now.
8th play of the drive. House kept it for 6. Well, take that back. Here's Haley. He wanted to throw it, and it's going to be caught by Wise, or is it? The fumble, if it's a catch, it's a fumble, or is it an incomplete pass? It's a catch and a fumble, they rule. And Raines is going to have it near midfield, and Coach Drew Murray is saying incomplete pass. They do not agree. And now we got one official saying it's an incomplete pass. They're going to huddle over here at the 46-yard line near midfield. The line judge on the far side ruled catch and fumble, and apparently they're going to go with that and mark the ball at the 46-yard line.
That looked wacky from the beginning. As soon as he snapped it, I mean, he had a defender right in his face. He just was barely able to get it off, got it to Wise, and I don't know if Wise ever had possession. I think that's why Coach Murray was thinking it was an incomplete pass.
Well, I think they're going to rule it. Are they going to rule it an incomplete? Oh, there's a timeout. We're going to keep it right here. Howe took 4 minutes almost off the clock during that drive, and it was 8 plays. They drove from their own 20 up to the 42, but the fumble gives it back to Raines.
So they did rule it a fumble, okay.
So the defense out on the field, they're getting water right now. And
to me on that play, it looked like he never had possession.
It was close. I was wondering which way they were going to go, Blizzard, because I'm with you. I thought it could go either way, either an incomplete pass.
It looked like he bobbled it, and then as soon as he was hit, it just like went flying. So I just thought he never had possession.
I was
Did he make a football move?
I don't think he did because
I think that's the big
Well,
thing.
you should have seen your face when you said that.
Wait,
did he make a football move?
I do not think he did make a football
That's
move.
what we always hear for is did he make a football move before he got hit?
Are you a little bitter there? 1st and 10. There is, I believe that's Macri around the right edge, and it is. He's going to gain about 8 yards on 1st down.
Macri, who is usually the second string quarterback, again in for the injured Luke Shepard, gets that keeper around the right side.
They'll cross midfield to from 146 to the other. And they'll actually spot it at the 47, so 2 yards shy of the 1st down. 2nd down and 3 coming up, and here's the near side, and that's going to be a big lane for the running back, breaking it out to the near side, cutting from one side of the field to the other, all the way from the near side, all the way to the far corner of the end zone. A flag is down as a hold is going to be called against Raines, who was, it was in the area of Cameron Langford, who was being held right about the 5-yard line before the ball carrier went in, which was again Foster.
Foster only a junior. He may be the next guy up for this Raines team next year.
He is quick.
He went from one side of the field to the other.
So the hold will back it up. It was a spot foul, so pretty good yardage by Foster. Or are they going to spot this ball? Is there another flag? There's 2 flags. Our spotter, Coach Carson Grogan, tells us the first one took place way back around the 35-yard line. So holding against Raines will back this one up near midfield. They'll drop the ball about at the, where are they dropping it, at the 47?
That's what it looks, yeah, about 47, 48. So I guess it'll be a 2nd and, okay, here they move it now.
Now back on the Raines side of the field at the 48. Get back this one way on up. So it'll be 1st and 10, right to left, Raines. We've got 5:30 remaining in this game, and there is a keeper around the left side and brought down right at the 1st down marker is going to be the quarterback, Macri, again.
Again, cover that read option there. Reads the defensive end, decides to keep it, and get some good yards out of that one.
I'll tell you what, you want to do some play-by-play? I'll watch the nose guard and see how he does.
You want me to do it?
Sure, go ahead.
All right. It'll be 2nd down and 3rd down and 3 for the Wildcats, moving right to left. Ball is on the Bulldog 44-yard line. Macri at quarterback. Full out backfield, gets the snap. Handoff, this is Bozeman. Bozeman breaks around the right side. 40, 35, 30. Gets a block downfield. 35 down to the 23-yard line. Barrels down. All the way down to the 23-yard line. Move the sticks for the Raines Wildcats.
I thought you were going to get your first touchdown call.
I thought
right
it was
there.
too.
That was very nice, very nice.
It was nice. It was nice. So we'll.
What did he
He got
the nose
blown
guard?
out. That's all right. He got double teamed and blown out. It's all right. So they'll spot the ball at the 22-yard line after the big run by Bozeman. And now Raines has a fresh set of downs right to left. Macri still in the game. Had 2 flanked on either side, and a Bozeman will get the carry and a fumble. Ball's on the turf, a scramble for it. Howe says they have it. And they do. Howe's coming off the field with the football. Nice job there for coming up with it. Bozeman, it just fell in his lap and right out of his lap.
Yeah, I just never had control of that when he went in, so.
Now the bad news for the Bulldogs, the good news, they got the ball. Bad news, it's deep in their own territory at about the 17-yard line.
Need one last sustaining drive to go ahead and put this one to bed.
3:50 on the clock. Man, it seems like 3:50's been on the clock for about an hour.
It does. The second half has seemed to have gone for a while.
This has been a long second half, hasn't it? Wilson in the backfield. Again, Cooper Jones is not in the game. He's out. He was in for a little bit as the main ball carrier, but Here's a handoff to Hayes. Met at the line of scrimmage. Looks like it's going to be second down and 10. Howe had a really good first quarter tonight. And I was really impressed with what they were able to do, especially on that 17-play drive when they had everybody healthy, which was a long time ago because not many people are healthy in this game right now. There's a lot of people playing that normally don't get a lot of reps. Second down and 10, left to right. Haley drops back in the pistol formation. Man in motion is duty. And Haley wants to throw. Rolls out right, looking for a block. Has plenty of time, and now just rolls down. He ran out of time. And looks like, let's hope he's all right. He was laying on his back with his right leg up in the air, but he's okay.
Monty, I think he made a business decision there. I think he saw the Wildcats starting to swarm, and he just took a seat down his backside back there, and he decided he didn't want to get hit down 55-10 under 3 minutes to go.
So have we figured out who the punter is with Cooper Jones out and Jalen Thornton out?
I bet it'd be Austin Haley.
I would imagine it would be Haley. As Huff will come near side on third down at about 15, 16, 17. And this will be a toss right side to Matt Hayes, who's hit hard. And he's going to lose, and there's a late flag. Hayes was really hit hard on that play. They're going to back it up to the 5.
Well, you start thinking about next week, you go to Commerce, as far as we know.
Yeah, Commerce had to forfeit to Pottsboro today. We'll see what that has an effect on next week's game.
Wildcats. First down for the Dogs as a result of the penalty.
And Commerce has a good team. They got some. I'm not sure they're going to be able to compete with the Mount Vernons and the Pottsboros of the district, but they got some good athletes that we've seen over there at Commerce.
Wilson and Hayes in the backfield. Haley will go under center on 1st and 10 after the penalty, the personal foul against Raines. And boy, hit immediately was Damius Wilson. I mean, he was popped. Came right up the middle. Unblocked was the nose guard, and he hit him head on. The ball came out, but Haley was able to recover. But Damius Wilson was just lit up.
Donovan Thornberry came in there. I mean, he almost took the handoff, and he made Wilson pay for taking that handoff, for receiving that handoff. And it's amazing Wilson's able to get up.
And Haley's limping a little bit. There's a minute 53 left to go in the game. You know, it's ready to pack it up, right?
It really is. Quick scoring update. Mount Vernon has pulled ahead of Mineola 23-20, 6:46 left in the fourth quarter. And Winsboro has padded their lead a little bit, 28-16 in the fourth quarter over Bonham.
I'll tell you what, Damius Wilson walking over here gives Cooper Jones a talking to near midfield. And I like the Damius Wilson kid. I really like him. He's a tough kid. And he's had a rough night tonight, being thrown into a situation he obviously hadn't been preparing for months and months.
Mm-hmm.
And here's Haley on second down and 10 with 3 receivers near side and 2 up top. 4 down lineman for Raines. Quick pass to Caleb McNutt, and he gets a block from Huff, but right there to jump the route is Raines, and that did not work out the way they intended. No gain on the play, and 3rd and 10 coming up.
Yeah, McNutt got that screen pass, and immediately he was swarmed by Wildcats. And maybe got time for 1-2 more plays.
There's a minute 25 on the clock.
And you got to wonder now if the game next week is Commerce is a go. Pulling players up from the JV because of the injuries. How many players you'll pull up, if any?
Haley in the gun on 3rd and 10. Ball is caught by Cameron Langford, his second catch of the year. And he's slung down pretty quickly at about the 20-yard line, 21-yard line. So it'll be 4th down now. Clock still runs after the catch. It's at 52-51. Howe can run it down to about 20 seconds here on their final play of the game. Landon Duty brings the play in, and he'll split out wide to the left. Jackson Atkins breaks the huddle. And Haley will drop back in the shotgun formation, empty back. Drops back 3 steps under pressure, and he is driven down hard. The blitz was coming, and Haley took a beating. And that's going to be your final play, offensive play for Howe, as Raines bring the house on the final play up 55-10. And you wonder, really?
Yeah, I know. And Haley went down. I don't know if he got tackled or if he just went down. And I was hoping he didn't get a knee to the head or something like that when he went down.
Well, it was Dakota Saunders coming off the left edge who just came untouched on the blitz. So Raines appears to be in victory formation, and this one's going to be it. One snap, and that'll do it as the Raines Wildcats. McRee takes the knee, and that's it. That's it. 55-10. Raines wins tonight at Bulldog Stadium, and a depleted roster will limp off the field as Howe is down to not many players wearing the black and white tonight. There's individuals in street clothes. There's individuals at the hospital. There's individuals on the bench. And there's a few individuals raising their hands and their helmets across the field, saluting the Raines Wildcats as they both stand about 30 yards from each other and just kind of wave at each other with their helmets held in their hands. And that's the I don't want that to be the new normal. I don't like that phrase. I hate that phrase. I don't think this is. I hope it's not. But the Howe Bulldogs will turn and salute after waving to the Raines Wildcats. Another tough loss here at Bulldog Stadium, 55-10, as Howe will turn and face their crowd with the school song. We'll let you listen to that. Bulldogs will now turn and honor the Raines Wildcats as they do the same thing at their band. Tonight it was just it was a great first quarter. Again, same song, second verse as it was a week ago. But hey, it's better than some other games that we've been in. The Howe Bulldogs looked absolutely fantastic first quarter. A 17-play drive, took over 8 minutes off the clock, punched it in, and then came back with the three-pointer by K9. And actually had a 10-0 lead in this football game, but Raines scores 55 unanswered points.
Yeah, you know, it's these last couple of games have started out pretty good, as opposed to games early in the season when they'd be down 21-0 after quarter one or down 28-0 at the half. But they just kind of each week they're just going to have to try to get a little bit better here and try to see right now, try to figure out which parts right now will fit for next week, for the upcoming weeks, and when they get ready for Commerce. They got Mineola in a couple of weeks, as Monty's going to go down on the field. And then Carson Grogan in with us. 55-10 is our final score. Raines Wildcats over the Bulldogs, and we are on the the Ann's Realty Group post-game show here with you. Carson, kind of give your thoughts a little bit here on the end of the game.
Well, the way Howe started, it surprised a lot of people, including us in the booth. They looked very well to start off the first quarter, but as you say, you know, we're in such a tough division and we're so undermanned, even without the injuries. It just slowly fatigue and wear just kind of wears on you throughout the game, and that's what I think happened to the Bulldogs tonight.
Yeah, you kind of wonder after this with the injuries, what that's going to be like during the week. I talked about earlier with the JV. It seems like every week you're pulling up somebody from the JV. At what point do you run out of players in the JV to pull up?
Yeah. Jake Roberts told me that when Monty brought up about pulling people up for next week, he said there's only 15 on the JV right now, so they're running out on JV too.
Yeah, so it's the walking wounded here for the Bulldogs for sure.
Might just have to be one team total.
No JV?
Yeah, no JV at this point. I mean,
yeah. Blizzard, have you got stats, or are you still working on that?
I'm still working on them right now.
Okay.
We'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be back on the Ann's Realty postgame show.
This is Michelle Castle with Guild Mortgage, welcoming you to Howe Bulldogs football. Guild has been delivering on the promise of home to hundreds of thousands of people just like you for over 60 years. With a big heart and a desire to serve, we're committed to making life better in our communities. This is where we live, and we're committed to building it with you.
Guild Mortgage is an equal housing lender company. NMLS 3274. Michelle Castle. NMLS number 231122. Branch address 714 North Travis Street, Sherman, Texas 75090. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Terms and conditions apply. Subject to change without notice.
Buying and or selling your next home should be an enjoyable experience. At Ann's Realty Group, our commitment to the personal relationship of the transaction ensures not only the level of communication that you deserve, but also the assurance that we will be here the next time you need us. We're not a big box real estate company by design. The flexibility that the freedom of being an independent brokerage allows us to be fully at your service as you need us to be. Ann's Realty Group, Ann Dicken Broker, for all your real estate needs. 903-818-2676.
Since 2011, Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory has walked with hundreds of families through the most overwhelming time of their lives. Their job is simple: to make this season a little easier. What you can expect is a no-pressure, people-first philosophy, custom services for memorials that you'll remember forever, and reasonable pricing. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins have built a reputation over the past 30 years in the funeral business for making every family feel at home. Visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call 903-482-5225.
You're listening to the Ann's Realty Group post-game show.
All right, welcome back here, Bulldog Stadium, here in Howe, Texas. 55-10 is our final score. Reigns over the Howe Bulldogs, the Ann's Realty post-game show. I'm Justin White alongside Carson Grogan. Monty Walker is down the field. He'll be back up here soon. Blake, the Blizzard Burnett, up in the roof doing some stats. Caroline Slauson, our sideline reporter. Let's go over some scores from around the area. We've got a couple games still going on right now. Blue Ridge Bells up on Blue Ridge, 53-34. That game's almost coming to an end. Gunner defeats Leonard 29-8. Bonham and Winsboro was a close game. It was 21-16 at one point during that game, and Winsboro started to pull ahead 35-16. Argyle up big on Anna. That's 45-7. Some bigger schools around the area. McKinney up on defeats Skyline 21-13. McKinney North loses to Marshall 48-22. Collinsville 61 to Tioga 0, and Brock defeats Whitesboro 50-7. White-Reich 30, Lone Oak 7. That's a final. Commerce in Pottsboro, as we talked about earlier, was postponed, was canceled because of COVID. We don't know yet the status of next week's game when Howe will travel to Commerce, so we wait to see on that. And finally, Sherman defeats Saginaw. That's a final 62-0.
And I think Blake is ready with stats. You ready, Blake?
Yeah, I am.
Go ahead, Blizzard.
Emory's quarterback, Audie McCree, 13 carries, 151, 2 touchdowns. 8 of 10 passing, 125 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Mason Songer, 10 carries, 107 and a touchdown. KJ Burns, 3 catches, 35 yards and a touchdown. 2 carries, 32 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Corey Foster, 1 catch, 35 yards and a touchdown. He also had a long run that was called back. Joey Heimel led the Bulldogs on defense with 8 tackles. Now we'll get into the Bulldogs' offensive stats. Austin Haley, 13 of 18, 74 yards and an interception. Jordan Jones, 8 carries, 75 yards and a touchdown, 2 catches and 8 yards. Ryan Huff, 3 catches, 37 yards. Matt Hayes, 9 carries, 32 yards. And Bobby Dale led the way for Emory with 9 tackles. And I also want to point out that Kevin Flores had a 27-yard field goal tonight.
Yeah, that was good to see the range there on K9 there on that field goal. How long was that field goal? It was 27?
Yeah, 27 yards.
Yeah. Blake, can you kind of give me some thoughts on your thoughts on the game tonight?
Just happy to get out of here with enough bodies to get on the field with 11, I guess.
Yeah, we keep saying how promising they look there offensively. You think about that first couple of drives, they went for it on 4th down like 3 times. Coach Jay was really willing to roll the dice, and they were able to convert those. And, I don't know what the turning point was. I mean, last week it was kind of a turnover there when the Bulldogs were marching. I don't know if there was really ever a turning point, specific play necessarily. Maybe, you think about wish you would have got the field goal there later on. But, besides that, though, I don't know if there was really a turning point. I think at some point.
The turning point to me was the onside kick.
Yeah, that is right. That was 10-7 at that point?
Yeah, we were up. The Bulldogs were up 10-7, and when Emory recovered that onside kick, it was like the wind was taken out again in one play.
Yeah. And while we're recapping this game, can we name a Legend Bank player of the game, guys? Are we going to give it to Ricky Ake, or are we going to give it to an actual player?
I think Ricky Ake deserves it tonight.
Yeah, I think he probably ran more than any football player who played tonight.
Yeah, he was
with all the injuries.
Yeah, he was running his butt off tonight.
Yeah,
for
he
sure.
was.
I was going to say Ake or Matt.
Or Matt Hayes.
Matt Hayes.
Was Matt Hayes came in late and did some damage.
Yeah. So
I would also Austin took a beating again and stayed in there all night.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was on defense too.
He had good. He had like 6 tackles too. So.
And also, I think was tonight one of his better passing nights throwing the ball.
He threw the ball more tonight than he has all year.
Yeah, and he looked good doing it.
He looked good on the short passes, and I think we need to get back to the shorter passes.
What was his stats again?
Passes.
Austin Haley's.
Austin's stats were 13 of 18 for 74 yards. He didn't have a lot of yards, but he was very efficient throwing the ball tonight.
Absolutely.
Mine's back in the booth, and we'll get the highlights set up for you for this quick timeout.
Are you motivated?
Coach, we're highly motivated for Sonic.
What?
Coach, we're rough and tough, but sometimes we just need a burger, tots, and a shake.
Oh, my goodness. Well, if you're going to Sonic and Howe, pick me up some of those handmade onion rings.
Yes, sir. Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles.
It's not just good.
It's Sonic good.
Whoa. Those onion rings really bring the hammer down.
You're listening to Howe Bulldogs football on HoweEnterprise.com. Not a member of FDIC. Not an equal housing lender. Fake license number 8675309. Howe.
You're listening to the Ann's Realty Group post-game show.
Welcome back. Let's recap this thing and get the heck out of Dodge, shall we? Howe took the ball first after a wonderful coin toss by Braden Wise, right? So the Bulldogs took it at their own 30-yard line, drove 5 plays, 70 yards right out of the gate, and scored on a 59-yard touchdown by Jordan Jones. Here is a toss left side to Jordan Jones. Slips one defender, shakes another one, and he's got some room. 50, look out, 40. He's got the 35. It's a foot race. He could be gone. Kiss him goodbye. It is touchdown time in Texas. 9:30. Jones goes 59 on the score. Howe leads for the first time all year, 7-0 after the K9 PAT. 9:20 on the clock. Gave it back to Raines for the first time tonight. They took it at their own 26. And a great defensive play turned it over on downs, and Howe took it at their own 24-yard line, and you would not believe what was about to happen. 17 plays for Howe. They went 76 yards and capped it off and extended their lead to 10 with a K9 27-yard field goal. So a 27-yard field goal by K9. It's up. It's long enough. It's right down the middle, and it's good. K9. Yeah, K9 adds 3. to make it 10-0 with 8:56 remaining in the first. Raines took it with 10:24, and let's see, they started at their own 43-yard line. It took them 2 plays to score on this 24-yard run by Audie Macri. And Macri's going to hand off. No, he's going to keep it around the left edge. Chased by Damius Wilson. He can't catch him. And Macri's going to run up the middle, and he's got a touchdown. 2 plays, 57 yards on the scoring drive, and they made it 10-7 right there with 10:28 left. Only took 26 seconds off the clock for Raines to score. They kicked an onside kick, which they were able to recover. 1 play later, this happened from the 34-yard line. And this is going to be Macri keeping it again, and Shepard or no, he's in the end zone again on the first play. Touchdown Macri from 34 yards out gave Raines their first lead of the night at 13-10 with 10:15 left to go in the second quarter. They scored basically 14 points in 36 seconds right there. Howe took it at their own 28-yard line, had to give it back to Raines, who went 9 plays, 67 yards, and scored on this Songer touchdown. Off Songer, right side, he's down again.
No, it's a touchdown.
Is it? They called it. Oh, I guess he slipped right in. That was a beautiful call, wasn't it? Yeah, he's down. No, he's up. No, he's down. Touchdown. Okay, well, anyway, Songer scored from 1 yard out, capping off the 9-play, 67-yard drive, making it 21-10 at the 4:57 mark in the second quarter. Howe took it at their own 35-yard line, had to punt. Raines took it at their 46-yard line, took 2 plays, and scored on a 29-yard missile from Macri to K.J. Burns. Hurley threw it deep down the field, wide open and in stride. They hit the receiver Burns for the touchdown. 2 plays, 46 yards on the drive, made it 28-10 with 9:41 left to go before the half. Howe took it, had to punt again, gave it back to Raines at the 149 mark. It took them 2 plays and 90 yards to score on the 55-yard touchdown from Macri to Daniel Bouthrop. I will do it again. And Macri wants to go deep. He's got a receiver who makes the catch at the 22, racing towards the end zone, and he's in. He beat Wesley Inge. And that, again, was 2 plays, 90 yards. That made it 35-10 with 1:03 left to go. It only took 16 seconds off the clock for Raines to score. They did that a lot. So that basically was the end of the first half. We move on into the second half where Raines took the ball first. A kickoff was returned by Songer all the way to the 19-yard line, setting up this easy touchdown. Going to hand it off to Hurley around the right edge, and he is close, and he is in. That's actually not Hurley on the carry. That was K.J. Burns on the touchdown. 4 plays, 19 yards on the drive, made it 42-10 with 10:45 left to go in the third. Howe took it, turned it over on an interception by Daniel Bouthrop. And then Raines got it at their own 42-yard line and scored on a 29-yard touchdown reverse to K.J. Burns. That was going to be, looks like it's Drake. No, into the end zone is K.J. Burns on the reverse. So it was an end around, a couple of handoffs there, 3 plays, 58 yards on the drive, 48-10 at the 7-minute mark left in the third. And the third quarter and the fourth quarter took a very long time as Howe racked up the injuries. We're trying to find players to just plug into positions. Howe took it, turned it over on downs. Raines took it with 3:09 left to go in the third and scored on a Foster touchdown for Macri, and we're ready to go. Bozeman in the backfield, and they're going to fake the hand to Bozeman. Macri wants to throw it deep down the field. In the middle of the field, wide open, caught at the 10, strolling in. Matt Hayes in coverage. Touchdown, Raines. That was Corey Foster on the reception from Macri. 4 plays, 60 yards on the drive, made it 55-10. And then Howe had a fumble on a bad exchange from Haley to Hayes, which gave Raines the ball. They had to punt. Howe got it back, and a fumble by Braden Wise gave it back to Raines, and that was basically it. 55-10, our final tonight at Bulldogs Stadium. Next week is Commerce. Now, they had to cancel or forfeit today to Pottsboro, so we don't know the situation of next week just yet. There may or may not be a game. If Commerce cannot play, that'll be a forfeit by Commerce. if you're Howe, all you got to do is stay healthy. So maybe can we bring up the bubble? Bring up the bubble. Put all the kids in the bubble. Get them out of the hospital and get them here and put them in the bubble. We'll get a dub next week. How about that? For everyone who's been a part of this one, I want to say thank you to Jake Roberts, our highlight man, our podcast man. He's Howe101.com?
Yeah, Howe101.com.
There you go. And check out his podcast. Pretty good stuff. He's got merch. Merch. Yes. So I want to thank Blake Burnett, the Blizzard, on our stat guy, keeping up with stats all year long, doing an absolutely fantastic job. Caroline Slauson, an outstanding job as always on the sidelines, brings so much to the broadcast. Carson Grogan, our engineer, what he's able to do up here is awesome for me because I don't have to run commercials on the board and everything else. So Carson Grogan doing a great job. And Justin White, as always, and even did a play-by-play tonight. I thought he was going to get a touchdown. So, Justin White, thank you very much. For everyone who's been a part of this one, we'll see you maybe next week in Commerce. I'm Monty Walker. So long, everybody.